Luigi's too good.
Is that a regional Luigi form? What the fuck?
It's girl Luigi. What do you mean Mario used his fire flower? Ow. Oh, this isn't going well. Luigi's gonna ruin my day.
Oh no.
Mario, you can't attack! You're a man!
Mario
No, Skull
doesn't
Shroom,
listen to the rules.
I have to sacrifice you for the greater good.
Wait, this is based on Gen 5. I heard the low health
Yes,
news.
this is a Gen 5.
Yo! That makes it even better.
Hell yeah.
Heck
Exactly.
yeah.
Weena?
Luigi, go.
Is he shiny?
Yeah, it's a shiny Luigi.
He sparkle. Yeah, won't you just...
No. Luigi.
If Mario
It's
can bring
me,
a fire flower...
Luigi! It's me, Luigi! Please! Stop the Luigi on Luigi violence!
Surely if Mario can use a fire flower, just bring a gun with you and shoot him.
I don't know, yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, Luigi wants to learn Shockwave. Do I even want to teach him that? Probably not. Because he has Spark. Meet through level 9. Leap in lasagna.
Fulton Palooza. He's got some spaghetti on his overalls.
Oh my god. It's spoink.inc.
That said uncut bull, didn't it?
That's exactly what it said.
Alright, just checking. I was gonna say, wait, Anya, please tell me you're just, like, streaming this while we're waiting for stuff.
I mean, I'm about to. I'm literally about to.
Oh, yeah.
This has gone from real VN night to the Zach plays a game VN night.
Oh shoot! It even covered up the screen for me. Thanks, OBS. Actually,
I like how some of the Pokemon are just like real Pokemon, like
yeah, that's why.
turned into like goofy meme creatures, like this Geodude tomato. And some of the Pokemon are just characters from other video games, like Scoot. And then some of them are like original characters. Like I have like a nut in my party.
Oh snap! Heck yeah! Oh hey Callum, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing good, Callum. How's it going? We're
We're all
watching.
doing good on this blessed day.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we're
dropped a rock
something.
gem.
we're watching Zach play Vinemon, which is basically Vinny Vine Sauce meets Pokemon the game.
Actually, all of Vine Sauce, not just Vincent. The whole
Heck
gang's
yeah.
here.
Heck yeah.
Everyone is there at Smash.
Yeah, it's the smash of the Vine Sauce community. In fact, the game has been in development so long, there are people that aren't in Vine Sauce anymore in the game.
Oh snap. Oh hi Barry, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I love you very much, Barry. I love you.
Now, Anya said that she loathes you.
No.
That's what I heard.
Whoa, the visual novel gang is playing a visual novel?
I know,
Tiddly.
right?
No.
I
This
know,
is the
right?
thing.
Hi, Doodle.
We're
I
playing
love you
Pokemon.
so much.
Pokemon is the
I love
best.
you too.
Oh,
By the way, we
yeah.
recently got a puppy.
Congrats.
And thank you. She's still learning how to act. So if you hear her working, please forgive me.
Then join in.
She irritates the piss out of the other dogs. So if like you hear like growling or
Dog on
barking,
dog violence.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just assume there's a dog-based hate crime.
What are you streaming, Zach?
Vinemon.
Yeah, Vinemon.
Vinemon Sauce Edition.
Hog.
It's so saucy, you don't even know.
Also, Doodle, I want to know that I was prepared to say I'll fight you, and then I realized you just said that you love me too, and I was like, oh.
I always want to fight. What the hell's your problem?
I have such a
What's
rage.
My problem is I already have like 3 Luigis. That Luigi had a quick ball.
Luigi had a quick ball doodly do.
To go back to Vaporwave Land and heal because Mario ruined my day.
What if you had one quick ball and one slow ball? One's always trying to keep up with
Does
the
he
other.
come?
I think that's what a timer ball is.
What are you thinking about it so hard?
No,
Come.
I don't mean those kind of balls.
Also,
Mm.
heck yeah, Barry.
Get a treat. Hi, Barry. I love you.
Look at Joshy over there. He's high as a kite.
Oh my. He's touched fuzzy.
God, I wish that were me.
You wish you were Joshy?
I wish I was high as a kite.
You can never be Joshy or
Hmm.
high.
Yosh.
Yoshi!
Hello? Who?
It's
What?
Hi.
the mob.
Hello.
It's
Hi,
Samaj!
Hello.
Hey, Samaj, how's it going?
Why does that center have guns?
Why not?
Because it's a turret.
It's
Oh,
fake.
yeah. We started saying that and immediately it clicked for me.
It's like the turret from Portal. And
You put that shoe down, you criminal!
Wait, what? Is that
Put it down!
Is that the puppy?
My shoe.
You criminal! You criminal!
Yeah.
Going to jail.
You're going to I'm going to jail.
Doodle, you're
Bye.
amazing.
What do you mean normal steel type? That's horrific.
Well, sorry about that.
Doodle,
Oh,
was
you
that
guys
the
Did you get
puppy?
the shoe back?
Yeah, I was telling her to put that shoe down.
You guys want to see the Pokedex?
Oh,
she
yeah,
put it
you don't
down?
have an actual toy.
Oh my
Thank-
gosh! I love Apple.
There's Apple and Scoot and Larby and
Larby.
Squaggle.
Waggle.
Smidgen.
There's whatever this is. Choleric. There's a
Colon
Rad's
Mom.
Bun. There's this possum.
Just
covered in
that-
possums.
It's Kangaskhan.
That's just a possum.
There's Belbonic and Plague Rat.
Oh yeah.
There's
Nadoodlin.
Nadoodlin.
That's me. Oh my god.
And then male Nadoodlin.
Worm? What are you talking about?
There's Plaguey. There's me. There's Ganoose. I want a
Hog.
Ganoose. There's Piggy and Swineape. There's Banyanya.
Banyanya.
Oh, it's me!
Banana.
I'm in the game.
It's Green Mario.
It's
It's
Luigi. Look at him go!
That's amazing. I love it.
Oh my god, shiny female Luigi's.
That is so good.
Well, that should be the regular one.
There's
Yeah.
Weenut. There's the peep eye from Subnautica.
It's just the noise that one made. That got me.
Tomato Mon. Cognito. Oh, there's Kappa.
Oh no!
Yo.
No!
There's whatever this is.
Upset emu.
Emu, no.
There's this garbage shrimp.
Get on my
Hello.
bed. What are you eating now? What is that?
He's pogging.
Where did you get a candle?
Okay, that's a good
Where did you get a whole candle?
There's the Ramblin' Mush from Earthbound.
Wait, that's just bloody Toad School.
It's the Ramblin' Mush.
He's rambling.
Lordy was born a rambling mush.
I'm
Spoink.
not gonna take that.
There's Grum.png. And there's the skull shrimp. Oh, and then there's the alien.
Take me to a
Aha,
dealer.
he's so high. He smoke alien smoke. That's all I've
Amazing.
seen so far.
Wonderful. Mm.
Delightful.
Beautiful. So there's two types of rare Pokemon in this game. There's shinies, and then there's corrupted Pokemon, and then obviously there's corrupted shinies. So like corrupted Pokemon and shinies aren't that rare, but so like the rare thing is like to
Oh, is
get
that
a
what that-
corrupted shiny.
Is that what that missing no one was? He was
What
corrupted,
the
you know.
heck is this?
It's kind of it's interesting that they have this mechanic.
Is that?
Yeah? What are the baby legends for?
Ribonucleic acid.
I'm not gonna pet you if you bite me every time. It's not happening.
Pet
Aw.
the
You
puppy.
deserve to be bit.
Yeah, what if I'm hungry? I want to nibble.
If you want to bite something, bite the toy. I'm not gonna
No,
be your
toy
chew toy.
smells. Toy smells funny.
Buried hollows.
Be a chew toy.
No.
Why
That
not?
Valuable?
fucking little teeth
That's
like
just
needles.
invaluable.
It hurts.
Hmm?
Oh.
What is this referencing?
Don't worry about it.
Amazing.
Something funny.
I don't get it.
Hmm. DMC
Squiggle!
Bean, blah 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 blah. You know, Vine source thing.
Are you gonna catch that squiggle?
I already have one on my team. Mine's a
Yeah, I
blood
guess-
squiggle though.
Wait, are we just doing this now all day? I'm okay with
What?
it.
No, I'm just waiting a little
was gonna go
longer
now.
to see if anybody else shows up, and then I'm switching.
I
I'm
don't know,
determined
I don't think,
to do
I don't
this.
think the audience is gonna want to. What is wrong with this meat?
Yeah, that's
He's so
scary.
bad.
He's different from my meat.
He's just
Oh, is this because this is a girl meat? Maybe.
everyone's
Girl,
meat.
everyone's meat is different, Zach.
are you gonna beat it?
Gonna
Eat that
swipe
girl's
it.
meat.
Oh,
He's swiping his meat.
Well, regardless, I have to get the weird meat.
How many fucking foreheads does that thing have?
All of them.
Look at it.
Every single.
It's got a 9 head.
I'm literally like catching everything I see. I've got too many friggin' Pokemon. I'm running out of Pokemon.
That's what you do.
Normally, you don't catch everything.
But at least not in the beginning.
I mean, everything different. All new and improved.
Staying away from Mario.
Quit messing with Mia. You only want to play with this toy when I'm holding
Yeah, I
it.
can
huh?
only assume that the weird meat was because it was a
yeah,
girl meat.
He
yeah.
wants to play with you.
You can check it in the Pokedex, can't you? Which form was which?
It's a Rick.
Oh no!
It's just a Rick. It's a gambler Rick.
Oh, thank
He
goodness.
sent out Gambly. What is that?
Yo.
Oh. It's the final boss of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh.
Oh, that poor hedgehog being part of that boss battle. When you just had to jump more.
Just jump better. Just jump harder.
Ow,
Ow.
he crit me.
Ooh. Give me that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Give me this.
It's evolving.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's gonna turn into an actual scooter.
Is Scoot a starter Pokemon?
Scoot
or-
is the only starter. He is a
Oh.
small Scoot. Lift and Scoot. Get Soul.
Love it.
Stop dropping it then!
Special. I don't know. We'll get rid of bulk up, I guess.
hey, you don't need to bulk up. Look at him.
Yeah, he's already working.
He's already buff.
We need to give him some protein.
Mila wants to learn Bone Club.
I think Meatly can learn whatever it wants.
I mean, there's
Welcome
got
to
to be.
the Bone Club.
I'm assuming there's bones under that meat, right?
Stop biting my cheeks.
Every meat's got bones under it.
Every meat?
Every meat.
Drag. I give him drag.
Even
Drag?
chicken nuggets.
Especially chicken nuggets. That's where the good stuff is. The marrow. You want your nugget marrow?
Oh my god!
Girl!
Yo.
Yo!
Are you gonna catch this one?
Of course.
What if it infects the rest of your party with cat girl?
My entire party already has the vine sauce virus, so it's fine.
Is that like the Pokerus?
Yeah, I got Pokerus. I don't know how rare that is, but I got it.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
We're even gonna nickname it.
Heck yeah. Yes.
Nicopara.
Yes, I knew it.
Mm,
Yeah.
Oh,
As soon as he hit that N, I knew.
Yeah, I was like, he better name it Necopara.
I mean, if he's starting with an N, it better be
What do you
Necopara.
have now?
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse things.
oh no, I don't want it on the party.
Ooh.
you finally fulfilled your dream of owning a cat girl.
I think I want a refund.
What, you don't want a meaty cat girl?
Smackdown.
Lucy, come.
It's on Fridays.
Is it? Ooh.
Lucy? Sit.
Is that the new day? Meaty Cat Girl Fridays?
Oh,
Or is it Thursdays? I
Whoa,
don't
what
remember.
the? What the heck?
Hey, I think that Tomato Mon is a little bit fucked up.
I'm assuming that's a corrupted.
Missing Mado?
yeah, it's a corrupted tomato one.
That's scary.
We're having too much fun watching this. We
Can you
can
use that one in your party?
No, I'm not gonna. I already have a corrupted Pokemon on my party.
So, why not just have more?
I also don't want to fight this man.
I
He
like
says
that
as he
even.
fights it.
I like that it's
We'll see.
even the music is kind of fricked up here.
Yeah.
No, you sitting down in front of me of your own volition does not equal a treat.
Why
Does.
shouldn't it?
Treat. Treat, 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 treat,
Treat.
No,
Please.
no treats for you.
Please.
Poppy! Poppy, come over here. I'll give you a treat.
Babullet!
Babullet!
Bullet.
Oh, that's adorable.
I don't have enough Pokeballs to catch you, Bullet.
Babullet.
I'm
Give
just
me.
gonna murder you. Ow.
No, don't murder the
Caught in the
baby.
aftermath.
Can't believe you didn't catch that Babullet.
I gotta save my Pokeballs for like shinies and corrupted.
But they're not rare anymore. You said it yourself.
Yeah, but I still want them.
I want them.
Wee nut.
This is Jaden.
Do we?
Collectively.
I really don't like the sound that Belbonic makes.
Scary.
Why are you barking?
Why did I think the
Treat.
thing I just thought?
What do you mean?
No, she's barking because Luna's under the bed and she wants Luna to come out.
You
But
know,
Luna hates her guts.
No.
You know, you have those things that are like hive minds,
I'm
right?
just
Yeah.
glad that my
What if
mic
they just-
seems to be cutting it out.
What if they just collectively nut all at once?
A what?
Do they each have the
Stumpy.
capacity to nut?
I don't know. Ask him.
Oh, you should have.
I keep
Put that
asking
wee
them,
nut
but
away.
they all say the same thing.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good, very nice, yeah.
Sehr gut, ja. Ooh.
Alright, Zach, I'm done watching you.
I'm done with it.
I'm
Get out of my
done.
sight. You flat, no talent.
Alright, you can chew that, that's fine.
Yum 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 yum.
Chew treat?
But yeah, so does
Oh, I killed Loogie!
do y'all remember what happened last time or no?
Not at
Why
all.
would I
Yeah, the carrot
remember at all what happened in
No.
your stupid visual novel game?
So if I remember correctly, last time was when we had like that big, like we had to infiltrate that base and stuff, and
Yeah, didn't we explode?
yeah, like the base like exploded, the carrot man got shot, lots of crazy stuff happened, and then we ended up in Tolaran, and it turns out our sister, who we thought died, is actually still alive. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
Yeah. So now we're here. And
Do we remember who's voicing who?
I remember Wolf voices Damon. I of course voiced Sushi.
Sushi?
Zach voices
I'm June.
Yeah.
You like
Oh, and you're also
yeah.
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 It's the guy with the
Scary
robot.
how
arm?
easily we can recall this.
Yeah, M was Bash.
Okay.
Who's Franklin? Remember that? Remember Franklin and Bash? What do you mean that?
And then Zach was
I'm just Oppo.
yeah, Zach was just
It'd be worse if
Oppo.
you really want. If you
Stop biting me!
I think
No.
I don't remember
Give trait.
who played we'll get to that when we get to it.
No,
Barry
fuck
was
my grid, don't
Riona.
get it.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Barry
well,
was
Thomas was
Riona.
I thought Thomas was Riona.
No, yeah, Thomas was Riona.
Or were they both? Because one of them wasn't here and then they had to fit.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
switched off. at some
Yeah.
point.
Anyways. Oh, hey! Hey, Saeed. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hey, the late morning sun climbs high in the sky as I gaze out at the enormous window of the bedroom I've been given to use while we're here on Tolaran. Everything here is clean and fresh. The bed, the floors, even the air itself. The room has clearly been designed with comfort in mind, with plenty of cushions and throw blankets, plush slippers, and lush plants throughout. So we can say, I'm enjoying the space, or it's too big.
It's too
Playing
big.
constantly, it's too big.
Too big on each ham. Oh.
Why are you guys like this?
Why are you guys like... So are we saying it's too big?
Oni-chan? Yes.
Yeah.
Compared to my little room on the ship, the space is enormous. It reminds me of my bedroom back in the palace. Our Talari hosts have urged us all to make ourselves at home, but I'm having trouble doing so. I'm not too sure what to do with myself in all this room, though I have to admit, the plants are nice to touch.
Look at me. Come here.
And then there's the view. My room is situated high in the Isel Spire, not far from the top, which I've been told hosts an incredible rooftop garden. From the window
They
I
gotta
could see...
rename that.
Look at me.
From the window I
swear
can
to
see
God.
across the vast expanse of the planet, green fields and blue waters, both dazzling beneath the sunlight. Glints of silver can be seen in the distance, other spires scattered across the surface, housing the majority of the planet's population. It truly is a sight to behold, and one I'm glad I've had the chance to experience. A notification goes off on my holopad, and when I project the screen, I see a new message pop up from the group chat Aya has created to keep the crew in touch while we're here.
Can you believe these rooms? They're ginormous.
Too fancy-pantsy for my liking.
If it's too much for you, Damon, I'm sure we can find a nice cardboard box for you to sleep in.
Sounds just like home.
What noise do you make?
What noise do you make? I think you changed the voice like several times for June. I think it was like one thing and another thing.
I thought it was just Goofy was the something.
I thought it was
It was Goofy, then he was British, then he was New Zealand, then he was Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken, hell yeah.
I think the rooms are really nice, but does anyone know what the button on the side of the bed is for?
Pleasure mode.
Really?
Oh, really?
Stop teasing him, Bash.
Ah.
Em, I love you so much. It turns on the lights on the base of the bed.
Luna, she's not even touching you.
I don't think mine is working. Thanks anyway, Sushi.
With a small laugh, I put my holopad away and smiled to myself. It must be nice for the crew to be able to relax for the first time in a long time. Somewhere that they can feel safe.
Sushi originally.
Pizza stir.
You know it's nice for me. Safe. At the thought of that word, my mind drifts to Narissa. We're going to take back our home together. I can hardly believe it. But then another thought hits me. Though I was born on Goldus and grew up running through the corridors of the palace in Silta V, it never really felt like home. So we could say maybe things will be different with Narissa in charge. I feel more at home with the crew. And the one thing I know for sure is that I need to talk to my sister.
Feel more at home with the crew.
The cruise
I'm
sucks.
sure.
You'll feel more at home.
Yeah, that one was the first option.
Ditch.
There's
So
no
the-
funny options, so I don't really
There's no
care.
funny-
Shut up.
Yeah.
The first one's kind of funny because it's like, oh, somebody else can be in charge. I'm reluctant.
Nah.
Alright.
So
What
we
do you
want to
guys
do
want to do? I don't give a fuck.
the
Second
top.
one's fine though. Too.
Oh, wait.
We could say... I'll go top answer then, since it seems everybody's kind of okay with the top answer.
Okay.
But who knows? Perhaps with Narissa in charge, things would be different. Maybe I wouldn't be ignored or shoved aside. I wouldn't be that lonely ghost who haunts the halls of the palace. I could prove myself to be useful, an invaluable asset to my sister. I could be important. What the frick was that?
It was a ghost.
Oh no. An alert goes through the room and pulls me from my thoughts, and after pushing myself to my feet, I head over to check who's at the door. There's a panel on the inside of the room that shows who my guest is before I even open the door. With a smile, I hit the button to unlock it and greet him.
Hey, Lee.
It's Kyle.
Oh, it is. That is a K.
Yeah, it is. Here's the thing. So last time we briefly heard about this man, last episode, like at the end of last episode, and I said like, oh, his name is just Kyle. But then there's a later part in this episode where they say that's actually not how his name is pronounced. But I don't know what else. Is it like KYL3?
I still think we should definitely pronounce it Kyle. It's definitely Kyle.
Yeah.
He's such a Kyle. Look at him.
I'm gonna kill this puppy. Be right back.
Don't do that. What the fuck?
that.
What if you pet the puppy?
I'm gonna kill her! What do you have in your mouth now?
What's the puppy's name?
Lucy.
Doodle's dead.
Oh, short for Lucifer.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
So
you're getting it.
who wants to be Kyle over here?
Your mother.
I don't think anyone wants any of this.
I mean, I can be Kyle.
I'd do
Nobody-
Bane voice, but my glass is full.
Oof. Good morning, Prince. The bot stands in the doorway, unmovable, and if I didn't know him so well, I'd say more than a little intimidating. Come on, Kay. You know you could call me Sushi. All right, then. Good morning, Sushi. I smile at Kyle, glad to see him. We had the chance to briefly reunite yesterday after we finished speaking with Narissa, and I was glad to find him unharmed after the ordeal at the palace. On top of that, he had saved my sister and brought her here. I could be more grateful. Good morning to you. What brings you here? I'm here to take you to Narissa. Why didn't she come here herself? She had a few things to wrap up. I offered. I raised an eyebrow at him. It's no secret that there's been tension between my sister and I since we reunited. It has me wondering if she sent Kate to fetch me to avoid doing it herself. Shaking the thought from my mind, I glance over the bionic plates on Kyle's body and remember something else. My last conversation with Bash had worried me. I wonder if the bot in front of me might have any advice on the situation. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I was hoping I could talk to you about one of my friends, if we have the time. Of course. I make way for Kate to enter the room behind me, the two of us taking a seat in the circular sitting area across from each other. Well, I'll just get straight into it. His name is Bash. I start the discussion, explaining my fears to Kay, who listens without interruption. It can be a little unnerving speaking to a being with no human reactions, gaining no sense of the thoughts and emotions that may be going through his head, but I manage it well enough. I suppose after knowing Kay since I was a child, I'm used to it. To sum it all up, I'm worried about him. Really worried. Bash says he wants to replace parts of himself with bionics, but I can't help feeling like the decision is coming from the wrong place. Like he thinks he has no other choice but to reconstruct himself entirely, and he is afraid of what will happen if he doesn't. When I finish speaking, Kay says nothing for a long moment. Eventually, he sits forward and leans his elbows against his legs, looking at me through strange robotic eyes. On the inside, my software mimics the emotions of a human, but I'm reminded every day that I'll never truly be one of them. I can't feel the heat of the sun, or the cool sting of the wind, or the touch of another's hand. Sometimes I might pretend I do, sometimes I even try to convince myself that it's true, but I know it's not. He goes quiet for a few moments while we sit, but somehow I know he hasn't finished speaking. I stay silent, my stomach dropping at the admission. To be perfectly honest, I had no idea that Kay felt this way, and I'm feeling a little guilty that I've never picked up on it before. If I had the chance to feel all of that, I'd give anything for it. Your friend doesn't know what he's giving up. I let out a breath of relief, even as my heart breaks for the bot. Kyle has always been a reasonable source of advice, and to know that he feels the same way I do about this matter lifts a weight off me. Do you think that maybe you could talk to him? Or we could do it together? Hey Azure, how's it going? I love you very much. Welcome to the stream. 87%, let's go. I think it would do him good to hear your point of view. I'd be happy to. Leaving my room with Kay, I find myself feeling a little better about the situation with Bash. I'm still worried that he's going to do something drastic. In fact, he already could have. But having an outside perspective from someone who intimately knows the other side of the coin could be just what Bash needs.
A robot?
Yeah. Forgive me if I'm crossing the line, but is there no way to give you the sensations that you're missing and technology that could do it? Kyle shifts his head towards me slightly. BTBs are built for such things. We were built for war. To our creators, it was better not to feel anything at all. The technology might be created, but I'd have nowhere for it to go. The inventor who set me free might have found a way. In fact, I'm sure he would have. He pauses for a long moment, his stride sure and unwavering. But he's long gone now. I'm sorry, Kay. Don't be. I can't complain about the life I live, or the people in it. I follow his line of sight to the gazebo in the distance, spotting the dark hair of my sister as she looks out across the water, her back turned to us. With Nerissa in sight, I stop suddenly, hesitant to go any further. Kay takes a few steps before he realizes I'm no longer beside him. He turns back to me patiently, waiting for me to make a move. You knew the whole time about what she was planning? Yes, I helped her plan it. And you didn't think to tell me? I encouraged Nerissa to involve you, but she wouldn't have it. Understand, Sushi, that it wasn't because she didn't trust you. It was because she was afraid of what would happen if you knew. And maybe more afraid of what you would think of her.
Oh, God.
So we can say that's no excuse. I could have helped her, or it's too late now.
It really is too late to do anything about it now.
There should be an option that go, I acknowledge that I'm a useless idiot and would have ruined whatever the plan was. Because that's exactly what the main character is, nothing but a burden in this story.
But I can fix her.
I can fix her. So we're going with it's too late now. Yeah.
It's literally
it really is too late now. Yeah.
It's too late now, I suppose. More than anything, I feel embarrassed that I didn't figure it out on my own. I shake my head at myself, annoyance flowing through me. Looking back on it, I should have seen the signs. Forgive me for saying so, but our plans were well hidden. Well enough that none of us would be caught and convicted of treason, at least. What Kay is saying makes sense in a way, but somehow I'm not sure I can find it in myself to forgive the deception so easily. I can tell the bot senses this by the way he places a heavy metallic hand on my shoulder, as though he would comfort me if he could. I know she doesn't show it, but Nerissa is easily overwhelmed by her emotions. Her love for you blinds her. It makes her want to protect you, even when you don't need it. I think she saw in you the faces of all of Celiota, projecting her thoughts and fears for them onto you. I glance at the figure of my sister in the distance, pacing beneath the vine-covered gazebo that looks out across an artificial lake. That's not good enough. Kay looks at me again, and I get the impression that he's smiling, despite the plates on his face never shifting. Talk to her. Tell her how you feel. It'll make you feel better in the end. He leaves me with that, walking away while I glance towards the gazebo again, readying myself for the conversation I'm about to have with the only family I have left. Sucking in a breath, I head over and step into the shade, watching as Nerissa turns at the sound of me approaching. She smiles at me softly, but when I don't return the gesture, it slowly fades. Who was Nerissa?
I don't think
anyone was.
I don't even remember her existing.
I
I don't
think
think she was in it.
no, she said something at the end of last episode. I think it might have
Then it
been
was probably
Lulu.
just- we were probably all just going, "Oh," by the end of it, and then you did it out of necessity.
Yeah. So once again, I guess I'm voice acting all the characters again. Oh well.
Yeah, that's what you get.
You're upset with me. I can tell. I sigh out loud. She's always had a way of knowing what I'm feeling, and there's no use hiding that from her now. I just don't understand why you didn't tell me what was going on. I wanted to, believe me. There were many times where I almost let it slip, but I couldn't. I couldn't let you get involved, knowing how much danger it would put you in. So we could say I could have handled it. I know you wanted to keep me safe. Is that the only reason?
The second one.
This one?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
That's what a burden would say, yeah.
I understand
What
your
this
reasoning.
Character deserves.
You wanted to keep me safe. But I'm not as fragile as you think. Narissa smiles at
Yes,
me
you
warmly, but I can't shake the feeling that she's still looking at me as the child she's always known. I know that now. It takes only a second before she sighs softly and shakes her head. Our father needed to be removed from the throne, and I was willing to do it peacefully with the help of Tajin and the Talari. We would have succeeded. I would never have incited the bloodbath that Jezzovac caused. When I think of our family, fighting for their lives, fighting for each other, our father was a poor excuse for a king, but I... She stops and closes her eyes, stealing something inside herself before it shatters like glass. You loved him. Yes, in my own way. I tried to protect him in the end, but it wasn't enough. Her eyes go dark, her mind drifting somewhere far from here. I reach out and place a hand on her arm, and she returns to me with a regretful smile. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get stuck in my memories of that night. I understand. It must have been awful. I'm sorry I left without saying anything. I'm not. If you hadn't left, I doubt the both of us would be here together today. I can't tell you how thankful I am for that. Taking one of my hands, she squeezes my fingers tight. I have to admit that I'm glad she's here, despite everything. I can tell that she regrets how things have played out, that she didn't involve me in her plans. I can only hope that things will be different going forward. Suddenly, I remember the gift she had given me not long before we'd been separated. I reach into my pocket for the small trinket. I have something to show you. Oh, my music box. I hand the box over and she opens the lid with a smile. A soft tune spills out of it, the holographic ballerina dancing in the middle of the small sphere. It got broken the night I left the palace, but Demon had it fixed for me. My face warms a little when I say his name out loud. I hope she doesn't notice. That was a kind gesture. She holds the music box up to her face, studying its intricacies closely. I've never shown you, but the music box says a secret. Look. Narissa turns the sphere over, pressing the two buttons on the side that pop open a hidden compartment on the bottom.
Drugs.
She pulls out some cocaine. She pulls out a ring. What was that, Zach?
You want drug?
Yeah. Holding it in her palm for me to inspect. It's a golden signet ring engraved with a Pegasi crest. She holds it out to me with an expectant look on her face. Here, try it on.
Emerald Pegasi?
Yeah. So we could take the ring or say, no, you should keep it.
Why would we want the sister
No,
to have it?
It's the one ring, one of one magic card. We can sell that for millions.
So take the ring.
Take the ring. Why not? We're gonna use it to
precious.
propose to Damon,
Takes the
probably.
rings.
I take the ring from her and test it on a couple of different fingers until I find the one that fits. A perfect fit. Now everyone will know who you are and where you came from. That we're family. Thank you. I hold up my hand to admire the ring on my finger. I don't feel like a Pegasi back on Gold. I didn't feel like a Pegasi back on Goldus, but I certainly feel like one now. You've changed so much, little one. It's nice to see, but also a little surprising. It seems like the crew you've fallen in with have had an effect on you. I smile at the thought of them, the friendships I've made, the people I've grown close to. Each of the crew has made an impact on me in one way or another. They have. Being with them has given me the chance to explore who I am, away from the confines of royal life. I'm not sure I would have ever figured out who I truly am back on Goldus. Nerissa nods. I get the impression that she wants to say more, but she holds herself back. For whatever reason, I can't quite tell. I look forward to getting to know them better. And this new you, too. She sighs as her gaze breaks away, looking out over the lake. I've been thinking a lot about the past, Sushi, how I don't want to make the same mistakes again. I say nothing, but I feel the weight of her words. Even though Vex had no choice in his deception of us, I trusted him too much. Perhaps I should be more careful in the future. Later, we'll be meeting to discuss what to do next. We're ready to make a move against Zovac. We only have to decide how to do it. I mean, is it really, like, a thing about trust when somebody is, like, brainwashed? I don't think that that's, like, the same thing.
Why did you choose to become brainwashed?
Yeah, that's my thought. Was like, they're like, oh, maybe I trusted too much. Like, what do you mean? It's you
like,
just said Vex had no
it.
choice. Like, what the heck? It wasn't his fault.
I blame Vex.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, wrong voice. I want you to be there. I want you to have a say. What about the crew? Yes, them too. With the crew involved, we'll have representatives from every planet. The decision belongs to all of us. She stops for a moment, looking me over with a quiet smile as she reaches out to take my hand. Sushi, when I take back the throne, you'll be my heir. Things will be different. I promise you that. I'll look forward to that. What if I don't want that, or nod?
What fool would make this idiot their heir?
It's protagonist stuff. Anime protag. That's how it is.
I think. What if I don't want that?
Okie doke.
It should be more of a, I'm not qualified, and I'm willing to admit that.
Yeah.
What if I don't want to be your heir? Marissa drops my hand as she assesses me, and what if I don't want to be your heir? I don't know why I didn't say it in my voice. And I know that that wasn't the answer she expected to hear. I've seen so much of the system during my time on the A6. I've started learning about how the people live and what they want for themselves. Nerissa, you don't have to take the throne. We could let the planets govern themselves. And risk civil war amongst the system.
In charge of, like, a solar system?
Yeah.
I thought these schmucks had, like, a single planet.
No, they were in charge of, like, an entire solar system.
Oh, they really shouldn't be. Anyone that could breed the main character into existence does not have good genes.
And risk civil war amongst the system? No, it's better this way. Better for all of us. But she waves a hand to cut me off, and I can see that she has herself convinced. But as for me, I'm not so sure that I want to be a part of this new structure. I can only hope that there's something more out there for me. With nothing more to say, I decide it's best to change the subject. Have you spoken to Vex? She hesitates before she answers, as though she's not sure she wants to talk about it at all. No, not yet. He's been taken to the hospital. They're trying to reverse whatever that doctor of Zovax had done to him. Do you think they'll be able to help him? I'd be surprised if they couldn't. She smiles a little, and I can tell she's trying to be encouraging despite her personal feelings on the matter. Do you think you'll ever truly forgive him? Nerissa purses her lips in thought, her violet eyes narrowing at memories of the past. Maybe. I don't know. I suppose I'll have to find a way. You truly believe that he killed you. It was tearing him apart, Nerissa! She swallows hard and she looks away, and I can see she's torn. Her trust wasn't only broken, but ripped to shreds and thrown back in her face. I know well enough that it's not such an easy thing to forgive. I'd better head off before it gets late, but I'll see you at the meeting later. I can tell that she's excusing herself before having to discuss the situation any longer, and I suppose I can't blame her. Just because I was able to forgive Vex doesn't mean I should expect her to do the same. Sushi, now that you're here, we have everything we need to set our plans in motion. Everything will be alright, you'll see. She smiles at me and we say goodbye, though after Narissa leaves, I linger beneath the gazebo a little longer. We have everything we need to set our plans in motion. I have to admit it feels good to be included, and I'm looking forward to what this meeting might bring. Later that day, I head towards the hangar that serves as a rebel camp, and a meeting that awaits us all. Upon entering, I find that I'm the last to arrive, and I admit that I may have been distracted by the plants and natural growth that sprawls through the spire on my way down here. The Isle Spire and the planet itself is beautiful. I'm looking forward to having more time to explore the place, but for now, that will have to wait. The crew are already here, along with Eldred, Narissa, and Kay. The hangar itself is quieter than usual, though I notice a few people flitting around in the background, making themselves scarce. Oppo towers over the group from the back, where they stand with Alyssa and Zane, and I notice one other person that I've never seen before. All eyes are on me as I take a spot with the crew. Narissa gives me a small smile, though I get the feeling that she may have expected me to stand by her side instead. Who the heck was Eldred?
Who the heck
forgot.
is Eldred?
Who is this man?
He
seems like-
was here at the end of the last episode as well, along with Narissa. He is
You did it.
he's like he's basically Riona's father and like one of the heads of the planet or something.
Seems like a
Basically
boss
her
boy.
father.
You either are or
It's
you're
more
on.
complicated than that.
No. He is her father, but like they have a strained relationship, is what I mean.
Daddy
Danny
issues.
DeVito!
Danny DeVito should voice this guy.
Heck yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I can't do
what
a
is
Danny
that?
DeVito. I mean, who can
Trying
do a
to-
Danny DeVito?
Out of voice. Oh, I can't do Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. Put your heart to it.
Throat feels. Welcome, Sushi.
Heck yeah. Sorry, am I late?
Not at all. You're right on time.
Eldred smiles at me kindly before he turns to address the group.
I expect you to all know why we've called this meeting. Oh, Jess Zovak sits on the throne of Goldus, posing as the savior of our system, though the reality is much darker.
With a small wave of his hand, Eldred steps back, and Narissa takes the floor. Zovak uses fear and
Big
manipulation
robot.
to control
Is that
his...
Kyle?
Yeah, that's Kyle.
Jesus Christ.
Uses fear and manipulation to control his followers. His reach is spreading. Every
Oh, his
day,
daddy.
people... Every day, people are fighting for their freedom, losing and dying to his Chimeri soldiers. With Eldred's help, Kay and I have brought people here who are willing to help us make a final stand against Zovak and the Chimeri. Yeah, Azure. Zach is playing basically a Vine Sauce meets Pokemon game called Vinemon. It's pretty cool so far.
He's loving it. Can't you tell?
Surely it's Vinimon.
No, they specifically said it was pronounced Divine.
That's awful.
I feel like Vinimon kind of from Digimon.
This is a new character. Who wants to voice the new character?
It's
looks
actually been
What
horrible.
What the?
Looks like an
Kadar.
Overwatch character.
Kadar.
Kadar. I
Yeah.
was like XXADAR.
No, it is Kadar.
What a little Twinkie is. Look at him.
Of course, I did nothing.
Oh, all right. I suppose you helped a little. Narissa smiles at the stranger I noticed earlier. The two of them seem familiar with each other. For those who don't know, this is Kadar Sudras. They've been a leader among the Catalfins for some time now, and with his help, we brought many of them here. I look over Kadar curiously, noting the bow strung over his shoulder and the quiver of arrows on his back. Even on Talaran, a place that has seen nothing but peace, he seems ready for a fight.
Is that how you told a bow? You put the string over your front?
You can,
Yeah.
but I don't think most people do.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like it'd be bad for the string or something. I don't know.
Depends on if it can fit around you without bending.
Yeah, I guess. My people are looking to find a new home and begin a new life. They'll do what they have to stop Zovak and make this dream a reality.
His eyes seem to linger on me as he speaks, and I've no doubt they've noticed the scarred gills on my neck. They're people, the Catalfans. I suppose they're my people, too. I glance at Aya, wondering what she makes of this, and I see the way she lights up at Kadar's words. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that someone has a crush.
Oh, Pog.
Oh my god. He's so handsome.
This lady. That was him, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was Alyssa, yeah.
I was?
I
Yeah.
think so. Unless
Oh.
you don't want to be.
You were?
Yeah.
He done did.
Well, that's all so inspiring. Aren't you forgetting something, Majesty?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I knew I did a voice like that. I wasn't sure who it was for.
Alyssa steps forward, her face a mask of indifference.
What good does it do us to help you rip Zovak from the throne if it means we go back to suffering under the rule of yet another incapable Pegasi?
I note the subtle clench of Nerissa's jaw, but she brushes off the insult before addressing Alyssa's claim. It wouldn't be like before. I give you my word. My goal is to correct the wrongs of my father, to find a way for the system to live at peace. Who the heck was Zane? Oh wait, that was Wolf, right? Wolf was also Zane?
This has
Who
to be
are
Wolf.
any of these people?
I don't remember any of these people.
No, Alyssa and Zane were like the people running the
remember.
thing on Cursa. Like they were the people in the two separate factions that joined together and are now dating.
Oh.
Are
I
they?
Okay.
hate that occupies space within my brain.
Yeah. I'm not gonna forget that again.
Oh well. Pretty words from a pretty mouth. Sounds like we're getting a short end of the stick in this situation, don't you think, Lisa?
For once, I think you're right.
Alyssa ignores Zane's protest, and I watch with a growing dread as she squares up against my sister.
I'll tell you what, Melissa, is it?
Nerissa.
Whatever. Zane and I will help your little rebellion if you agree to sever Cursa from the crown once we've given Zovak the boot. We want our independence, and one way or another, we're gonna get it.
No, absolutely not. Nerissa's expression turns as hard as thunder, her resolve unwavering. If left to its own devices, Cursa would rip itself to shreds and no doubt take the rest of the system down with it.
Says you.
I said no. Heck yeah, Azure. The group around me are as silent as stone, collectively holding their breath as we watch the two women stare each other down.
There's double standards. How about telling the group what it cost you to recruit the help of Talaran when you were dying and desperate? Independence. Isn't that right, Eldred?
Eldred remains silent, his expression giving away nothing. That's different. Talaran will enter in a trusted partnership with the crown. How can I expect Cursa to do the same? Alyssa laughs, but there's no missing the fact that she's mocking my sister.
Adorable.
If that's the case, perhaps we'll take our clans elsewhere.
Perhaps you should.
That's a lot of soldiers who'll be missing out on love. Maybe have a think about reconsidering our generous offer.
Nerissa looks to be on the verge of having Kay rip both the Curson's heads off, and the other two hardly seem any happier. Having seen both sides of the story for myself, I feel like I should step in. So we could either agree with Nerissa or agree with Alyssa.
Oh, it's hilarious if you agree with Alyssa.
Oh, yeah.
It goes along with what you said earlier about the
I'm
planets being able to govern themselves, so it's consistent too.
Yeah.
I'm a staunch imperialist. How dare you? I demand we support the crown in all future endeavors.
Yo, he's so British today.
Maybe we should do a coin flip for this. Oh,
Oh, I already
Never
clicked on.
Yeah, because Anya's a little turd burglar.
My throat seems to squeeze together as I take a step forward and all eyes turn on me, my hands starting to sweat at my sides. I agree with Alyssa. I've seen Cursa and how the people are suffering. They should be given the chance to take control of their own lives, to speak for themselves. So they can rally another terrorist group and try to take the system? No, I don't think so.
What makes you think we want your squeaky clean golden city? All we want is to make our own decisions.
Planet full of terrorists line. Let's
Yup.
go. Based racist queen.
You're willing to give Talaran their independence, but not Cursor or any other planet for that matter? How is that fair? It's called
Give everybody independence. What's the point of the friggin' war?
it's called a monarchy. It's how we've lived for the past 1,000 years. Things can change. Things should change. Marissa sighs. I can tell that she doesn't want to argue with me, especially in front of the others, but I'm not about to give her a choice. I understand your passion, Sushi, but you're young. The world doesn't always work in the ways we want it to. Taking a step back, I recoil at her words. Narissa invited me to this meeting to have a say in what happens next, but it seems she's not willing to listen to any of us. I have to admit that the thought of that stings. I thought we were closer than that.
You were a big jerk face earlier, and you're being a big jerk face now. Of course she's not going to agree.
This was Lulu. This was Lulu, but Lulu isn't here.
It was Lulu.
I routinely forget this man exists.
Doodle
right?
Youth Calderon.
Yeah.
Okay. With all due respect, it's not fair for you to judge Sushi like that. He's been through more than you know.
Calderon appears.
He appears! He just teleported behind you.
He just like...
Personnel.
Behind me, his formal presence boistering my confidence. If I wanted your opinion on the matter, Captain, I would have asked for it.
You invited them here! What's wrong with you?
She's like, I want you all here to have a say in what happens next. Oh, wait, but you guys are disagreeing with me. Never mind.
Wait, I didn't think you'd side with them. No.
You wanted my opinion, and whether you like it or not, this is it, bitch. Thankfully, my voice
Did
keeps
you say that?
No, Thankfully, my voice keeps steady as I speak, but the hurt is still there.
They're definitely boinking later on.
We are thankful for it, Sushi, but we seem to be getting nowhere. I trust the parties involved can come to some sort of arrangement. In private, perhaps.
Eldred gives us all a severe look, the leader and him taking charge of the situation.
I would remind you, Narissa, that we need all the help we can get.
Alyssa and Zane nod in
You can always just agree to give them independence and betray them later, stupid idiot. Just bombard their terrorist garbage planet into dirt.
Yeah.
Like a true monarch would.
Alyssa and Zane nod in agreement, with Narissa reluctantly following suit.
Right. Let's get into the real plan, shall we? We've got nothing to fight about if we can't even get past the usurper first.
Kadar takes center stage, while the others retreat to quietly simmer in the background.
I like how you just didn't say his name that time.
Our army is big, but Zovax is bigger. The best way to approach this would be with smaller tactical attacks. Take out the key players one by one. Then, when their armor is cracking, cut off the head of the snake. Ow.
If our army is smaller than Zovax, then what about recruiting from the rest of the system? There are others who might want to help us.
Bash speaks up for the first time, and I'm able to get a good look at him, noting that nothing has changed since the last time we spoke.
Did his eye always glow?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't risk Zovac finding out our plans. There are spies all over, people who might report back to him.
Zovak already knows we're here. He knows we're planning to move against him. Like Eldred said, the more support we have, the better. Karar thinks it over for a moment, and even I have to admit that Bash's suggestion makes sense. It could serve as a diversion. He'll be focused on the bulk of our army, rather than our tactical units.
You're right. But I can see that working.
Oppo has contacts all across Terranium. They can
Oh,
get
don't
in touch
mention
with them
me.
to put the word out.
I don't remember how to do the voice.
Well, you're up, Zach.
You want Oppo to help?
Yes!
There we
I refuse.
That's why you're here, isn't it?
Oppo gulps, and while I'm
No.
quite fond of the Archnos, I find it hard to believe that fighting in a rebel army is their idea of a good time.
Technically, Oppo is here because Miss Alyssa forced them on the ship and brought them here.
I'll help you out, Oppo. How about we get some of the old gang back together, huh?
Oppo still seems reluctant, but they nod at the offer of help nonetheless.
Yay, I'm done. Freedom! That was so fast.
There's another scene with you, Zach.
No, I refuse.
Calderon, Ayame, do you think you could sway any members of the Guard to our side?
I'm not sure. The Guard was one of the first institutions to be corrupted by Zovak. Many of the soldiers have been replaced with his spies.
We can at least try, Cal.
No, fuck you.
We had friends in the Guard, even if not all of them were real. They might be willing to help. In fact, I can name a few who would jump at the chance.
I suppose it's worth a shot.
Though Calderon seems less than optimistic, Aya looks pleased to have been assigned the task. I have to admit that I am too. It will keep her busy, and with any luck, it might also help to boost her confidence.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, last time she was feeling like really depressed, basically, the last time. And so
As the whole cast of this game deserves.
Shut up, bitch.
Carter has the loyalty of many Catalfans. We'll have the majority of them on our side.
What's a Catalfan?
I would hope
Those are the space mermaid people.
Yeah.
someone from Catalf. I would hope so. But don't forget that Zovak himself is part Catalfan. He'll try to use that to his advantage.
But yeah.
Since when is he part? You guys are just adding things now.
Yeah. But so like Ayaya is also Catalfan, and our main character at the very start of the game, you can choose to be one of several races, and we picked Catalfan for Sushi. So Sushi is also Catalfan as well.
Catalfan scum.
This Pokemon I was fighting knocked out my Luigi and then evolved mid-battle.
Rest in peace.
That's pretty badass.
Suck it, Luigi.
Wait, Zovak is Catalfan?
Only partly. But it might be enough to sway a few Catalfans to his side.
I'm gonna get off my foot.
He hasn't managed
No.
to use his Talari roots to his advantage, so let's hope for our sake
She's
that the
Talari
Catalfans
too!
yeah, are able to see right through him. I throw a look at Narissa. Talari roots? Before I can ask her anything, the conversation continues.
We need to act quickly. Once we have our people together, we'll have to decide on the next step.
Next to Zovak himself, Ren is the most important target. They have the loyalty of his soldiers. With Ren out of the way, their allegiance will falter.
Turtle!
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's Vex. I think that's also Wolf.
did
That's
you-
also a
yeah.
man I forget exists
Look at
routinely.
him, look at him with a stupid carrot
Didn't
head.
he get shot
Everyone
in the face
just
last
everyone's
episode?
in this room right now.
Yeah.
I guess. It's big room. It's true. I've seen it myself.
Vic speaks up, and I have to admit that I'm surprised to see him here. Last I heard, he was being taken care of by the Talari at the hospital.
He was dying,
Yeah.
so I didn't have to voice you.
I got better.
He's like,
Zevek soldiers are loyal, but they'll be reluctant to take orders from anyone but Rin. Who the fuck is Ren?
Who is Ren? I don't know who that is.
Ren is. I think we saw him last
Yamada.
episode. Like, he's one of the leaders of Zovak's army, basically.
Oh, I remember. He had a show on Nickelodeon.
You don't remember how long
It
ago
was
the last
Buddy
episode
Stimpy.
was? Vix worked with Ren personally. He'll be a valuable source of information if you plan to take him out.
Demon also knows the inner workings of the Chimeri. Don't you, Resner?
Not enough to be of any help.
I forgot his name was Resner.
Just tread
Yeah.
He's Trent's brother. Yep.
That makes me upset. Any information helps. Vex and Damon, was it? If you'll share what you know, I'm sure we can put it to good use.
The two men nod before melting back into the group again.
Oh, the milk.
Ew, they melted.
Melted.
After Ren, we go for the doctor. He controls the Ironite soldiers. Without him, they'll be in disarray, easier to pick off.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
June speaks hesitantly, but loud enough for all of us to hear.
What do you know about them?
My parents created them. They created me.
I also laughed when I
Played
first
it
read
like
that
a balloon.
line. I also laughed when I first heard that line, because I know what they were trying to say, that like, oh, like his special abilities were created by them, but like at the same time, like, no, duh, your parents created you. They're your parents.
Guys, I have a secret. I was born.
Oh, Frank! Oh no!
My parents made me.
No!
My parents fucked, and then 9 months later, I appeared. Isn't that wild?
Isn't that weird?
Kadar pauses.
I'm pretty sure June's a preemie.
His expression softening as the realization comes over him.
Would you help us put together a plan to take them out?
I'll do what I can to help, provided Riona fifth me.
A fifth to me?
You slammed his penis.
I thought you said provided me on a fist me.
Slam my penis in the car door. She has studied my condition intimately. Her help would be invaluable.
Kadar nods, and I glance around for Riona, find her once again hidden in the back. It's clear by her expression that this is the last place she wants to be. I suppose I can't blame her for that. I make a note to check in with her after the meeting.
Oh, that was good. Funny.
You said I was born.
June does seem like the kind of guy to slam his penis in the car door.
When it comes to it, my crew can take care of Ren. Just tell us where to find him.
It won't be easy. Ren is surrounded by soldiers at all times. We'll have to go through more than a few Chimeri to get to them.
Sorry,
Why
I
does
almost dropped
Calderon
something.
think his team of idiots is capable of this?
Cal looks around the group, his gaze picking out his crew. Every last one of us nodding confirmation to his silent request. We're up to the task.
We'll get it done.
We'll get her done.
No, Anya.
Hadar gives him a nod, having understood what has just transpired between us all. Our
How did he
psychic
understand?
connection.
He just looked at you all. What happened?
Last we heard, they returned to Goldus after your attack on Orion. I expect they'll stay there until Zovak sends them out again.
Goldus it is then. It's been a long time.
Been a long time. Been a long, lonely
It's
time.
been a long time.
Aya puts a hand on Calderon's arm in comfort, and I know that they both understand what it means to return to Goldus. As for myself, I haven't been back there since the attack on the palace. So we could say, I'm looking forward to returning. I share Calderon's hesitance. I'll do what I have to do.
Well, I think we've all agreed that this character is an inept fool, so obviously they'll look forward to returning, not thinking of the danger they'll be in.
I like that reasoning.
I like that reasoning.
I'm looking forward to the prospect of going back. After all, it is my home, despite the memories I might have of the place.
Narissa, you need to be the one to confront Zovak. The people need to see you.
You need to be the one to fill his dark soul with light.
Sushi can come with me. We'll do it together.
Did she not understand that Sushi is gonna be busy?
Yeah, like
How did you miss all that?
She zoned out for a little bit. She's like, yada yada yada. Then he messages her. And she's like, oh yeah, and Sushi will be with me. And we're like, we just decided that I'm doing the other thing.
Like, we just came up with a plan. Where were you?
Yeah, where were you?
Everyone in the game is in this room right now. What happened to you?
No, I'm going with the crew. Narissa falters at my declaration. I can see on her face that she wasn't. Why is she not expecting me to refuse? I've been refusing her this whole time. Are you sure? Yeah,
She's
I'm
like,
sure.
after all these years of neglect, you're going with someone else?
Yeah. I glance at the crew of the Andromeda 6, the people who have become my closest friends. I know without a shadow of a doubt that this mission is the one we must do together. What would they do without their navigator? Damon winks at me in approval, a gesture that my sister doesn't miss. I try to ignore Narissa's pout. This decision is my own, and whether she likes it or not, she'll have to accept that.
She's coming to terms with the fact that you're fucking.
Eldred and the Talari will continue to provide shelter and aid to those who need it. We'll need a few days to get everything in order. I suggest between planning, you all get some rest.
And prepare yourselves. None of this will be easy, but we must win, whatever the cost. The crew is quiet as we leave the meeting, and as each of them goes their own separate ways, I hang around in the hangar a little longer. While I'm eager to speak to the crew, it was a lot of information we just took in, and I can't blame them for needing some time to process it. Heading up to the elevators, I take a moment to lean against the railing of the platform and look out over the tents, the soldiers,
And
the
fall
equipment.
down.
Yeah, and die. That's the end of the game.
Story over.
The end.
This cause means as much to these rebel soldiers as the rest of us. This is the chance for them to take down a king who rules through terror and live a life of safety and peace. I want to help them do that. In fact, I would say that I need to. Here
Opo's
it
back.
is.
Oppo has never seen so many different people come together before.
I turn at the sound of the Archnos approaching.
I guess Oppo would just mostly be witnessing a lot of racism in his
Yeah.
day-to-day life.
Yeah.
It makes us oppose 6 as to seize this. He's a terrible boy.
I would like there to be less people around
And
so that
how?
I can go back to eating children when no one's looking.
Smiling as they join me against the railing.
What?
Zach?
This ship is called the Androgynous.
No, it's
No.
called the
No.
Andromeda 6, but he deliberately always says the name wrong. He changes it
He's-
every time.
He's
Because
just
it's
stupid.
a ship full of bunch of they them Barbie doll people.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nah,
Barbie,
and now
famous
the
for her androgyny.
androgynous. It's because they don't have bits. And now the androgynous crew is here too. Oppo is happy because I'm going to rob you.
Yeah, even though Alyssa forced you to come here? Oppo smiles sheepishly, their forked tongues slipping between their teeth and hissing softly.
The truth is, Oppo could have never stayed behind and let their friends fight alone. That's not something Oppo would say. Stronger together. That's what Oppo thinks anyway.
You're right, Oppo. We are stronger together. I'm glad you're here. I think back to the argument between Narissa and the Cursons, how the tension had come to a breaking point. It's clear that while not everyone is going to get along, we need each other if we're going to get through this. How are things with the Ark? I overheard you worrying about it during Alyssa's call with Calderon and Ayayaya. Oppo's face drops, their shoulders drooping as they turn their head away. It's clear that they're homesick.
Oppo's friends. Oppo's friend is taking care of things. A very nice Arknos Oppo has known since they were very young. But Oppo misses their home.
I hope we can get this all over with so you can go home quickly. Maybe I'll come and visit you?
Please do not. Oppo would hate that very much. Oppo will never visit Mr. Sushi at his disgusting home. Oh. Where will that be?
Okay,
I can avoid it?
Goldus with Narissa, with the A6 crew, I don't know yet.
Well, clearly Sushi knows nothing, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
we don't
does not
fucking know a
yet.
goddamn thing.
Oh, wherever the people forced me to at the end of the day, I have no free will.
I don't know yet, but I'm looking forward to finding out. I've never had anywhere truly feel like home to me, but I'm excited at the prospect of making one of my own.
Whatever Sushi makes their home, Oppo will never visit.
Thank you, Oppo. I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to never seeing your ugly mug again, Oppo.
The Arknos gives me a final nod before heading off, hopefully to find Bash and get started on reaching out to their contacts. I'm glad that the two of them will have something to keep them busy while we're here. Deciding to also move on, I take an elevator up to the main lobby of the Spire and the lake that extends throughout the level, hoping it might be a calm place to collect my thoughts. As I exit the elevator, I notice a familiar figure standing on the water's edge, her silver hair cascading down her back as she stares out across the lake. Riona? This was Thomas. This was Thomas. It was either Lulu or Thomas, and both of them aren't here. So I guess I'll be Riona. Oh boy.
Do a funny one. You know you want to.
I don't know what voice to do.
Dude,
Guess I'll do. I do clear. Oh, excuse me, Sushi. I was lost in thought. That's okay. If you'd rather be on your own, I can leave. No, you're not disturbing me. I'm glad you're here. I step up next to her as she stares wistfully at the lake, the two of us admiring it side by side. It must bring back a lot of memories being here. Riona's face falls. I had meant the comment in a positive light, but by her reaction, I'd say she's thinking quite the opposite. I had many fond memories of growing up here, swimming in the lakes and waterfalls with my sisters, going to school, but mostly I'm just reminded of my final days, the ones that were less than happy. She sighs deeply, hesitating, and I give her a moment to quietly collect her thoughts. I left Talaran because I wanted to help the people of Celiota, while my father was content to hide here and do nothing. He told me that the other planets were responsible for cleaning up after themselves. I disagreed. Too many innocent people were suffering because of the messes that those more powerful than them had created. My mother and sisters were happy to follow his lead and ignore the world outside our planet. I could sit back and watch. I refused. She stopped suddenly, and when I looked at her, I see the shimmer of sparkling tears building in her bright eyes. That's why I joined the Archangels, but leaving this place, my family and my home, it was a hard thing to do. Do you wish you had stayed? She tilts her head to one side, considering the question thoughtfully. No, I don't think so. I don't regret leaving. The only thing I regret is how it all happened. You make it sound as though you escaped this place in the middle of the night. In truth, I did. I told you how my friend was leaving to join the Milan Terrarium and meet up with the Archangels. I decided to tag along, and together we took a vessel and left. She closes her eyes tight, as though the memories of that time are too painful to bear. I decided it might be best to change the subject. Things with the Archangels had ended in tragedy. I don't want to force her to relive it. Eldred seems to have changed his mind about helping the system now. Yes, I'm glad for it, but I don't understand why he suddenly decided to help. He seems to have struck some kind of deal with your sister. Perhaps that was his motivation. You can ask him. I don't know. I'm not sure that I'm ready. You should talk to him. It's your decision, or let him come to you.
Let him come.
Let him come on, Joe.
Is that what
You
we're
guys are
picking?
horrible people. I want you to know that.
I just don't care.
I guess let him come.
If you're gonna come on something already. Just don't keep us waiting.
Hey, it's
Maybe you
gotta
should
land
let him
somewhere.
come to you if you left the
Yeah.
planet on such bad terms. Should he be apologizing? It's not. Oh wait, no, I gave the wrong voice.
Why would
It's
he
not that
apologize?
simple. The
Gee,
more I
all
look back
along.
on it, he wasn't the only one who was wrong. While I lived to help others, I abandoned my family without even saying goodbye. She sighed softly to herself, her voice going quiet. Perhaps I should have found a better way. I say nothing else on the matter. I can see that this is a decision Riona has to make on her own. Are your mother and oh my gosh. Are your mother and sisters here in the Spire? From what I heard, they're across the planet at the university. My mother gives medical lectures there often, and I've been told my older sister, Nastasia, has recently finished her studies.
Nastasia.
It's actually Anya.
And your
Well, so-
other sister?
Yeah.
Anastasia.
Is
Nia
he?
stay.
That's what you call a bit wild. Riona chuckles to herself quietly, distant memories gleaming in her eyes. I expect she was looking for a change of scenery, somewhere new where she could shake things up. She sounds like fun. She is, very much so. Though I have to admit that I'm relieved. Facing my father is one thing, but having to face my entire family? She shakes her head gently, as though envisioning that very meeting in her mind. In this case, I think small steps will be the best. I need to take some time to process this all before I speak to him. Nodding my head, I glance at the lake once more, admiring how the sunlight shines on the surface. That's understandable. Truthfully, I just want to check in on you and see how you're feeling after the meeting. It was a lot to take in for all of us, I'm sure. But I'm glad that something is being done and that people are willing to fight for the life they deserve. Riona hesitates, and I get the impression she's having a hard time meeting my eyes, though I can't tell why. Though I have to admit, I'm afraid. Afraid of what? I'm afraid of myself, of what I might do if it comes to a battle, and I have to protect the people I love.
These people are so fucking dramatic.
Yeah, since you're a part of the crew, you should know what I've done. I stare at
Just
Riona,
kill someone. It's not a
confusion
big
clouding
deal.
me. What does she mean by what she's done? I'm listening. I told you how the Chimeri slaughtered the Archangels, and how I eventually found refuge at the Ark, where Bash found me, but I haven't told you everything. She looks away, something crossing her face that looks a lot like shame. The truth is, after the initial shock of watching my friends die had worn off, something came over me, a kind of darkness that I can hardly explain. I tracked down those Chimeri. No, hunted might be a better word for what I did. A group of them were staying at a local bunkhouse, 15 altogether. They'd been out drinking, celebrating their victory, the murder of the Archangels. Riona hiccups quietly, tears dancing at the corner of her eyes before they begin to fall, streaming over luminescent skin. I took one of their guns while they were all either passed out or sleeping, and I shot every single one of them. Most of them,
Children?
most of them didn't even wake, but the others, when they woke, terrified and confused, I took pleasure in shooting them again. I feel the horror growing inside of me, though I hope for Riona's sake it doesn't show on my face. When they were all
What do you
dead,
mean Rowlet's in the game?
I stumbled out of there, numb, losing myself in the crowds of Tyrannium. I didn't stop walking until I ended up in front of the Ark, and something deep inside me knew that was where I was supposed to be. She takes in a deep breath to calm herself, though I see the way her hands shake as she relives these horrific moments from her past. Bash found me soon after, covered in blood. It took a while for him to get the truth out of me, and once he had, he didn't hesitate to help. So he introduced me to Calderon and brought me to the crew as a medic, and that's where I've been ever since. She looks away quickly, wringing her long fingers together while glistening tears still linger on her cheeks. 15. I still see their faces, each and every one, even standing here right now. So we can say the Chimeri deserved it. I'm glad Bash found you. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I mean,
I guess I'm
they
glad
did
Bash found you
deserve it.
because they deserved it. Seems a little bit insensitive.
No, they
Yeah.
deserved it.
They deserved it. Sounds
We're
good.
psycho.
Alright.
Are we
Sushi
doing
they
that?
did
Lunatic.
deserve it.
So we're saying that?
Yes, we want to instill that vengeance is a good thing in this person's brain.
I can't pretend I feel sorry for the Chimeri you killed, because I don't. I blur out the words, and while Riona seems shocked by my admission, I don't regret it. They killed the Archangels in cold blood. They would have killed you, Riona. They deserved what happened to them. A part of me agrees with you, though I know I shouldn't. She stares at the ground and the little lights that illuminate the pathway and make it seem as though she's lit up from within. If I let myself believe that they deserve to die and that I did the right thing, I don't think I'd be able to live with myself. I'd be no less of a monster than they were. I have to ask.
No, but like they deserved it.
There are members of the crew who have killed and who have no issue with it. Does it not bother you to be around that? No, it's not as simple as that. He swallows, turning away towards the lake, as though the water might give her strength. I regret killing those Chimeri soldiers, but it's not the part that bothers me most. What bothers me is how much I enjoyed it. How sickeningly happy I was to know those soldiers were fucking dead, despite knowing it would never bring my friends or Mila back. And this anger, it's like an infection, slowly spreading through me. I've tried to keep it hidden. All these months I've dedicated myself to healing and helping others, but I still feel it. Deep down, I'm so angry and I'm so afraid of myself.
Did someone get her a fucking therapist?
It's against the Talari's nature to hurt others, yet I killed those soldiers without a thought. I've disgraced myself, and I'm scared that I might do it again. Rihanna breaks down, the tears streaming once more, falling from the tip of her nose and disappearing into the lake. I give her some space, hoping she knows she could safely let out all her emotions without judgment. I can't tell you what will or won't happen in the future, but I know you. Oh my gosh, I keep mixing up voices. But I know you, Riona. The soldiers who killed the Archangels were bad people. Think of how many more they may have hurt if you hadn't put a stop to it. You have a heart that's bigger than anyone I've met, and I think that somehow you need to find a way to forgive yourself. I can't.
Hey! I was just talking to Kadar. Isn't he great?
Ayame skips up to us happily, and I realize with a start that I must have been so engrossed in my conversation with Riona that I hadn't even heard her approach.
I can't believe all the amazing work they've been doing with the Catalfins. I had no idea. I'm so happy. This is such a fun situation. Are you guys having fun right now?
Rihanna clears her throat quietly. Will you excuse me? Yes, of course. As Rihanna leaves, Aya's face falls, suddenly realizing the extent of her intrusion.
What's her deal? I read it. Me and my big mouth.
It's okay, Riona's just dealing with some stuff. Being back on Talaran and all. Aya slaps a hand on her forehead, squeezing her eyes shut and groaning out loud.
Of course she is. I should have thought of that. I'm sorry, Sushi. I'll try to talk to her later. I might be able to find a way to cheer her up.
I'm sure she'd appreciate that. Knowing that Aya is no doubt beating herself up for her interruption, I raise an eyebrow in her direction. Kadar, huh? You seem to be feeling better.
Oh, definitely get the gossip.
So, Kadar, huh? Sounds like someone has a crush. Oh, are you blushing?
What? No.
Aya stutters quickly, her face flushed with color.
Mike loves
I just think he's hot or cool. That's all.
I smirk at her. I saw the way she looked at Cardar during the meeting, and I don't buy that for a second. Sure
I
you
just think we're
do.
neat.
That's not fair. You have no right to tease me. Not when you're the one making googly eyes at Damon all day long.
I choke on my own laughter, earning a triumphant look from Aya. All right, fine, you got me there. We laughed together quietly, unlike our previous conversations on the ship. When Aya was so upset I didn't know what to do, she now seems to be in much lighter spirits. It seems like you're feeling better.
I think I am a bit. Hearing about Kadar's work is exciting.
She gives me a big smile, and it helps to relieve some of the worry I've been carrying for her.
There are people out there fighting to find a new man or home for Catalfins. I hope I can help, even if in some small way.
Freudian slip.
I want to be able to take up or make a difference in their lives.
I'm sure you will. What about the crew? How would you help?
How would you help?
Is that what we want to go for? Okay.
What about the crew? Be horny for us as well.
How do you think you'd help them? Aya looks off to the side, her gaze trailing the sunlit water. I'm not... Oh, wait, that's you.
Excuse you. I'm not sure yet, but Kadar will have some ideas.
Ooh,
I don't mind what I do, whether it's sleeping or helping with getting supplies or building homes or even piloting ships to get people there. Every little bit helps. Well, that's what Kadar says anyway, among other things.
All of a sudden she sighs, her shoulders slumping in unison.
It probably seems
Imagine
silly to
if
think
they
about it
slumped out of unison.
now. But with everything else they're going through,
I don't think it's silly. We all have to think about the future at some point.
yeah, I guess you're right. I know we'll never replace Catalfa, but maybe we could find somewhere else to call home. Somewhere nice. And preferably on a beach, and with Kadar.
That sounds amazing. What about Goldus? I thought the ship was your home.
And none of these are funny. Kate?
Who cares?
Wait, what?
Yeah, what about... What? Okay,
House on the
about...
You know what? No, wait. I thought the ship was your home is funny because Sushi's such an idiot that he thinks that she spent her entire life in the spaceship.
Yo.
Oh, okay.
Isn't the ship your home? I thought you would want to stay there with us.
Fuck no, I hate y'all. Well, I suppose it is in a way, but as much as I might want it to, it's not gonna last forever. I want somewhere where I can settle down with Kadar one day, and I'm tired of all these adventures. Somewhere where I feel like I belong, and I'm not just some refugee fighting for a measly corner to sleep in.
Aya sighs, her gaze dropping to the ground in front of her feet.
You know, if I had one wish, it would be for Catalfa to be alive and well.
My brain
Since
was
that will
really.
never happen, I'll settle for Kadar, for hoping that us Catalfins can find somewhere new to call home.
Damn, girl.
For some reason, when you said her face dropped, my brain interpreted that literally.
She had a stroke?
Like it literally
Oh my
just
God,
dropped
my
off
face
her
is
face.
on the floor. What just happened? Somebody help, wherever that might be. And maybe you'll come with us. I could teach you all about the food and the culture, things you might not have known about the place.
I haven't thought much about my future yet, but if it looks anything like that, I know it'll be amazing. That's a good dream, Aya. If there's anything I can do to help, all you have to do is ask.
Thanks, Sushi. I knew I could count on you.
With a final excited giggle, Ayaya leaves and I find myself smiling after her. Things have been rough for her since Orion, but it seems now that she's finally starting to find some positivity in her thoughts of the future. With a small sigh, I look out over the lake, deciding what to do next. So, it doesn't really matter. We will do all of these. Like, it's not like, oh, you pick one and then that's it. So, I'll just hit...
around the lake 3 times.
Yeah. Deciding on checking out the spire's ground floor now that I have some time to myself, I head towards the elevator. The metal and glass box shoots downwards at a speed that would be terrifying if I didn't trust the Talari's prowess with technology. Mere seconds pass before the elevator delivers me into the enormous open space that was once an aircraft hangar and now serves as a rebel camp. I spot Calderon leaning on the railing right away, his back to me as he looks out over the various tents of people that occupy the space. I can tell he hasn't noticed me, so I stay silent, creeping up behind him. What are you looking at?
Jesus.
Nothing. Jesus Christ, you scared the shit out of me.
I don't believe you. I glance over the railing towards where the captain was looking, spying Nerissa speaking with a few people below. Pulling back, I managed to smother my laughter, giving Calderon a knowing grin instead. She's beautiful, don't you think? Calderon rubs at the back of his head
Christ,
nervously.
I'm gay.
Heck yeah, his face flushing a deep crimson.
I haven't noticed.
Sure
Signed
you
straight
haven't.
by the main character.
So now everyone's they're all just getting horny.
Yeah.
If you decide to romance Calderon, I wonder how much this scene changes.
Yeah.
And I would hope entirely.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It's just... Anyway, alright, that's enough of that. Don't you have anything better to do than tease me?
You
No.
should talk to her, or fine, I'll stop.
You should talk to her.
Yeah, get your
100%.
gay happy ass over there.
You should go and talk to her.
Say what?
Oh, I don't know. How is your day going? Is there anything I can help you with? I really like to kiss you now.
I'm sad that this moronic main character has better relationship advice than like anyone else in the cast. The only one here with a boyfriend.
Heck yeah.
You're treading on thin ice, stowaway.
Yeah, it's gonna end in a giant orgy. I can just tell.
Oh, hey, Nerissa!
Jesus!
What?
He spins around, eyes going wide, and I burst out laughing at the empty space behind him.
I'm fucking with him.
When he turns back, he narrows his eyes at me, grumbling quietly.
Very funny.
I laugh a little, and it's only now that I notice we're collecting more than a few curious stares. People are looking at us.
No, people are looking at you.
Me? Why? Cal shrugs, leaning his forearms against the railing as he looks out over the space.
Because you're one of 2 surviving Pegasi. Something like that makes people curious.
It's making
You
me
freak.
uncomfortable, or I kind of like
It's
it.
making me.
No one likes being stared at!
What are we
What
saying?
kind of freak goes, I like it when people look at me all the
Is
time.
Sushi ever uncomfortable? Is Sushi aware enough of the world around him to be comfortable?
I don't...
I think he likes it.
If Sushi was aware of people staring at him, like just out of like just like weird strangers, I don't think anybody likes that. I don't know if
Yeah, except for Sushi.
So we're saying I kind of like it.
whatever y'all want, I don't care.
Like humiliation
I
fetish.
kind of like the attention. I've never been in the spotlight before. I look around at the various faces fitting between tents and stations. A few of them look away quickly when our eyes meet, but a lot of them smile up at me, and some even wave in greeting.
Hello.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, because there will be plenty more to come. People want to know who you are, especially after we win this thing. It's not so bad being in the spotlight. You find that people tend to listen to you, if you have something to say, that is, which you certainly did during the meeting.
Yeah, I want to say my piece, though Nerissa was less than thrilled about it. Thank you for sticking up for me, by the way. I'm sure it can't have been easy since you've got a big old crush on her. He rolls his eyes at my smirk, but I don't miss the color that flushes his cheeks.
Fucking ingrate. You're impossible.
Relax, I think it's cute. I give him a small nudge on the arm, earning a grumble of mixed sounds in response.
Well, anyway, it was nothing. I'll always put my crew first. I hope you know that.
I smile at him and nod my acknowledgement. At least that much is clear by now.
You must be happy to have your sister back. Can we stop talking now?
I should be happy, of course I am.
This idea of Sushi in the middle of this rebellion, running around playing matchmaker.
Yeah, it's great.
Man.
So are we
I don't
happy?
give a...
So it
I
doesn't
like,
matter?
Of course I am, because she's clearly not happy.
Yeah.
Of course, it felt like a dream when I saw her. I can still hardly believe it's real. But to go from losing everything to gaining just a little piece of it back, I feel very lucky.
I'm happy for you. I can see how close the two of you are. It's obvious
And
she'll
you?
expect you to play a big part in the days to come.
My smile drops at
Yeah,
the insinuation.
how close they are.
Yeah, they're definitely not. It's a thought I've also been having and one I'm not sure what to do about. I'm a little afraid of that. I'm getting the impression that Narissa believes me to be something I'm not sure I am.
What's that?
A Pegasi, I
Competent.
suppose. Someone who will help her rule the system. He chuckles quietly to himself, and I scowl at him softly for laughing at me. What's so funny?
You, or rather, how different you are to when I first met you. Just a lost little stowaway who had stumbled onto my ship. You guys dragged them onto the ship!
Yeah. I remember.
I murdered.
You're starting to figure out who you are, and I'll admit, I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Dad. Never thought I'd hear that from you.
Hey, that's brother-in-law to you.
He smiles warmly as I tease him, and as I look out over the tops of the tents, I think back to our meeting here earlier. Thanks, step bro.
Oh no.
So it sounds like we're heading back to Goldus. Are you ready to see your home again?
Considering the last 2 times I was there were a complete shit show, not so much.
Don't you want to see your parents? His face falls, and I get the impression that being parted from his moms has had a bigger impact on him than
Oh yeah,
he
that's
lets
right.
on.
He has fucking lesbian
Oh,
mom.
Jesus
Heck
Christ.
yeah.
It's too risky to contact them, at least until we finished off Zovak. But I'll admit, I'm worried about them. Clear has had ties to the place, and Janio's owns a restaurant in the Gold District.
That was not a lot of words that were said there, but I understand.
I'm sorry. I've managed to find out that they escaped the city, but with that bastard on the throne, I don't know how long anyone will stay safe.
Where did they go?
I don't know for sure. There are people out there who would try to use them against me, maybe to draw myself and the crew back to Goldless. It's best that wherever they are, they stay hidden.
I smile at him sadly, conveying as best as I can how sorry I am that he has to be separated from his family for so long. With any luck, we'll be able to remedy that. Do you think we have a chance against Zovak? The question comes out
Conversation
before I
never
can stop
ends.
it, but once I've spoken, I realize that I really am interested to hear his answer. Cal stays quiet for a good long moment before he speaks.
If you asked me that a week ago, I would have told you our chances were slim, but now... Yeah, I think we might be able to do it.
I take in a deep breath, thinking of the other obstacle that stands in our way. And Ren? We have to get through them first.
It won't be like... God fuck, my brain just died.
No! No, he's having a stroke! No, counter!
Ambulance.
It won't be like it was on Orion, I promise you that.
He must sense my uncertainty because he puts a hand on my shoulder and smiles softly.
Don't touch them. This time, we'll be ready for them.
We share a look, and I know that he means it. We won't be caught off guard again. And if Ren is what stands in the way of us taking down Zovac, then we'll do what we have to.
Finally. I'm going to head down and talk to some of the soldiers, and maybe your sister. Do you want to come?
No, I think I'll leave you to it. Say hi to Narissa for me.
I'm going to leave before I throttle you.
I chuckle quietly while Cal stomps off, leaving me on my own to decide what to do next.
Can you imagine meeting a guy who very obviously has a crush on your sister, and you're like, yeah, you can tap that, that's alright.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Doodle. Like, you have sisters. I was like, would you like really walk up to a guy and be like,
I have
some
never
advice on how to
once
bone my sister, bro?
I have never once approved of any of the men my sister have brought home within like the first day of meeting them. And I don't think I would want someone who was like, I don't think I'd want like my boss fucking my sister. You know, like I don't think I would like that very much.
It's a bit different with this. Like, it's not really
Really gonna raise.
Cal is more like the Andromeda 6 crew is like a family almost. Like, it would be like,
Okay, but then that's also like your dad getting with your sister.
Family, that makes it better.
No. I'm saying that like there's a friendship there. So it's like if your friend, like your guy friend, wanted to date your sister.
I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want that.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Anya
stay out of
watches
my
too-
family.
Anya watches too many weird Japanese
No,
animes,
that's not
and now she's
it.
like-
That's not
She's
it.
like, gosh, I wish my sister would find a weird emo edge boy to introduce to me.
I'm leaving. Oh, it's Adam. Hi, Adam. How's it going? I love you very much. Welcome to the stream.
Adam, do you have siblings?
We need to know.
I glance out over the lake, so beautiful it still as it dazzles in the sunshine. I don't want to leave it just yet. Instead, I walk around the water's edge, taking in the beauty of the spire. People pass by me, usually Talari, but there are a few of the rebels here and there. They offer me smiles, though I don't miss the looks they shoot each other, or the whispers they exchange once they believe they're out of earshot. I also have siblings.
I mean, you don't count. You have a weird, huge version of the world when it comes to this.
I don't think there's anything wrong introducing people to, like, that you trust as, like,
Anya,
possible
can I bone
things.
your sister?
No, she has a husband.
That's never stopped Samaj
No.
before.
The offer stands.
A little way further, I come across a familiar trio staying together in a small grassy area, beneath the shade of a rather impressive willow tree. Damon is the first to look up as I approach, the frown on his face apparent as he cuts his conversation with Alyssa and Zane short. Poor Azure.
Oh no, we lost Wolf.
Can't believe Wolf
What the
died.
hell?
Alright, I muted and then didn't unmute. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I am Damon. Well,
See, Adam says no too.
I mean, maybe maybe the reason is just because I didn't grow up with my siblings, so my experience with siblings is
Oh
different.
my god, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep one day.
I'm sorry.
I
I love you so much.
I have some half brothers. I didn't grow up with them, and then I'm not thinking like that on you. So,
And I'm not saying that like that's what I'm thinking. I just don't think it's as weird as you guys are making it out to be.
no,
Okay.
I'm saying it
What's
is
the
kind
other
of
half?
it is kind of weird. What do you mean?
Their half brother. What's the other half?
It's half brother, half sister. Don't you
Yo.
I was thinking half fish, but you know.
Yeah, my siblings are also half siblings as well for me.
Your siblings are also half fish.
Yeah.
No, they're not half fish. We
Why
all
not?
share the
My
same
mer's
mom, but not
sister.
the same dads.
Do you hate fish or something? What the?
I'm leaving.
Yeah, what's wrong with fish?
Fish are delicious.
Are you racist, Anya? Are you racist
Oh my
against fish?
god.
No, we're not. We're not moving until you answer the question.
No,
Come
I'm
on.
not.
Say the whole thing then.
No, I am not racist against fish.
Alright. But you're on thin ice.
Yeah, I guess if like they get together on their own time, it's fine. But it wouldn't be something that I'm actively encouraging.
Hmm.
Like you're not like trying to.
I'm not gonna wingman my friend to get with
Yeah.
my sister.
Anyway, well,
What if it's
we-
wingmanning your sister?
Huh?
What if it's wingmanning your sister to get with your friend?
I guess if I'm wingmanning my sister, then that's a little bit different, but
is it?
Is it?
I don't know what we're doing anymore.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna tell my... Because Calderon's, like, basically your boss. He's not even really a friend. He's your boss.
True. There's a
I
power
feel
dynamic.
like
and it's not okay.
I feel like it's all a little complicated. Like it's a weird situation. Like you
Oh, you
really
gotta
compare
go
it to like
and-
other situations.
Yeah, it is a
Say
weird
it.
situation. That's why it's not okay.
Anyway, what do we is?
Are you okay, Dave? And here I thought you'd be happy to see me. He steps toward me, the frown on his face vanishing in an instant, replaced instead by that rare soft smile of his.
I always are.
No!
Ow. Don't make me laugh. It hurts.
The visceral reaction I had there.
I killed on your stream's over. Let's go.
Oh my god, no. Her breath escapes me as he takes my hand and pulls me towards him, his voice quiet when he speaks again.
Oh wait, never mind. I missed you. Jesus.
I know, I miss you too. Alyssa appears at his shoulder, waving her hand through the air between us.
Brother, trying to
love
flirt.
birds.
Why are
Reverend,
you
will
in
make me
here
sick?
third wheeling? Forward wheeling?
Yeah.
Oh no, they're gonna swing.
Double date.
Oh, I don't know, Lisa. I think they're kind of cute.
You would.
I give both Alyssa and Zane a nod and greeting, and they smile at me warmly. Are you talking about the meeting?
We sure are. By the way, thanks for the backup. Nice to see not all the Pegasi are power-hungry money grabbers. Glad I was proved wrong for once.
I wonder how much this scene changes if you disagree with them.
Yeah.
Good one, Lisa. You just insulted his sister. Oh, and his deceased family.
Someone had to do it.
Jesus.
Alyssa
Jesus, ouch. That hurt.
What is
great.
wrong with these people?
Alyssa gives Damon a smug smile while he shakes his head at her in disapproval.
Let's play nice, eh, honeybee? Plenty of people here who can help us get what we want, including this one.
Zane indicates to me with a nod, but Alyssa simply scowls at him.
I told you not to call me that in public.
Oh, honeybee, you two are gross. You make me fucking sick.
You're one to talk.
Alyssa makes a face at Damon, earning an obscene hand gesture in response, though the two of them only end up laughing. It's nice to see that despite everything that's happening, their friendship is still as strong as ever. I get the feeling that we're all going to need our friends before the end.
Shut up.
Hey Alyssa, I just wanted to say, while I can never fully imagine what you and the other Cursons have been through, I do understand your anger. I take in a deep breath while Alyssa stares me down. She's intimidating, that's for sure, but I want her to know that I'm on her side. You came here to make things better for your planet, and you were turned down flat. I know how it feels to be helpless, but I also know my sister. I think she'll come around. Don't give up.
I never do.
With her hands in her pockets, Alyssa steps up to me. She's a small woman, but that doesn't make her presence any less imposing.
You're all right, Sushi. I hope we can be friends.
I hope so too. Turning back to the two men, she indicates at Zane with a nod of her head and her copper hair falling around her shoulders as she does so.
Zane, let's give them some time alone. We should track down those so-called rebel leaders and discuss a few things.
With a small wave goodbye, Alyssa heads off, Zane slowly making a move to follow.
See you, Resno.
He winks at Damon as he leaves, chuckling to himself quietly about something only he seems to know. Is there something going on with those two, or ignore it?
Well,
You know
Sushi's
you got-
oblivious, so obviously ignore it.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
Well,
both oblivious, but I think
they're both
ignore it
pretty
just keeps you
oblivious.
oblivious, and it's great.
So we're going to ignore it?
yeah, I'd ignore it.
Sounds
I know.
like it.
Damon leans back against the trunk of the tree, its trailing leaves swaying softly between us. There's a slight breeze in the air, though with us being surrounded by the glass walls of the spire on all sides, I suppose it must be artificial. You'll think they'll settle on some kind of agreement with Nerissa? I watch Damon as he thinks it over, his nose scrunching with distaste.
I think they'll have to. It's pretty clear in this situation that neither side is gonna get what they want on their terms. Shite, I want Kelsa to have his independence as much as Lisa, but old Queenie's not wrong to have her doubts. Alls I know is that none of us are taking down Zovak alone. That's what we should focus on, the rest can wait.
I think you're right.
Of course I am.
I roll my
Yeah.
eyes at him, though he simply chuckles in response. It doesn't take long before his face falls again.
So we're finally hitting the goal, this it'll be interesting.
What do you mean?
Zovak ain't dumb like you, sweetheart. He knows we're planning something. How we'll manage to get past his guard, I don't know.
I love your optimism, or do you have any ideas?
There ain't no thoughts in these heads.
So
Either or, her fate.
Who cares?
Yeah, I'm down with. I mean, I'm fine with both of them.
do you have any ideas? Do you have any ideas on how we get to him? You've worked with him before. Surely your inside knowledge could benefit us. Damon nods, though he doesn't look proud of the fact.
I might have one or two. Your dad will meet with me and Carrot Head tomorrow. We'll go over some things then.
I hope the three of you can come up with something, or else I guess we're screwed. Damon shoves his hand in his pocket, a strange expression coming over his face.
I didn't mean to worry you about Zovak. No matter what, we'll give this our best shot and kick him in the ass, me included.
I know, it's just, I've already lost one family. I don't want to lose another.
I'll do everything I can to make sure that doesn't happen. It's my family too, remember?
Yeah, it's a bit muggy over here too, Adam. It's like,
It do be mugging. It's fucking hot.
I thought you'd never admit that out loud.
Yeah, well, I guess the situation has made me all mushy and shite.
You share a smile, and it occurs to me how much he really has changed these last few weeks. I no longer see the Damon who thought purely of his own desires, using cruelty and recklessness to achieve his ends. Well, I've no doubt he's
ruined
still
this
in
man.
there somewhere. I feel fortunate that he feels comfortable enough to let his guard down around me, to show me the kind of man that he truly wants to be. I like you like this. I blurred out the words before I could stop myself, but I don't regret them. Damon breathes out a laugh, seeming taken aback by the admission.
Oh, hey.
Something soft crosses onto his face, his head tilting thoughtfully.
like me like this too.
We let the moment linger a little longer, and I know now, without a shadow of a doubt, that Damon is truly a friend that I can count on.
A friend.
Yeah, it's weird that it says it like that. He clears his throat finally, his gaze shifting back to the sharp mask I've grown to know all too well. No, I think it's like saying that, like...
No, but it's funny.
Friend zoned.
Fucking
Boy, you should meet my
Friend-zoning your
sister.
own boyfriend.
Fine, I know when I'm not wanted. Bit of catch up with Lisa and Zane. There's more to talk about where Kelsa's concerned, and I want to be involved.
For the first time that I can remember, Damon seems almost unsure of himself. You should be, go. Promise me we'll spend some time together soon.
Cross my heart.
Stop! Damon starts
ever
to head
stop.
off, but
I
not
want this
before
character to
grabbing
be
me
ruined for Anya.
for a sneaky kiss before he does so. I grin after him stupidly, watching his back as he leaves, and decide what to do next.
Run. Run home, Charlie.
Spying the gazebo across the lake, I decide to spend some time there, enjoying the peace. Though when I approach the quiet spot, I find it's already occupied. Hey, June.
Oh,
Sorry, am I
Lizard.
interrupting something? June smiles and reaches up to give
I thought it
Lizzie a
was a frog.
pat, who sits on
Wait.
his shoulders contentedly.
Did June and Oppo have a baby?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
No, not at all. Lizzie and I are just taking in the fights. Do you want to join us?
Sure, why not? I take a seat on the bench next to June, noticing Lizzie watching me through black beady eyes.
Fucking Sushi socializes
You
so
can pet
much.
him if you want.
I talked to one person, and I'm immediately done for the day.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, of course.
Sure, I'll kill you.
Sure. June sets Lizzie down on the bench between us, and immediately the lizard turns to blink up at me curiously.
All right, Libby, play nice.
Pet Lizzie, let him be.
Pet Lizzie,
Pet that boy.
obviously.
Fucking obviously pet the lizard.
What kind of fucking monster
yeah,
are
in
you
the
if you
hopes
don't?
that it bites you.
Taking care to go slow, I reach out my hand towards Lizzie, letting him get used to it before I get closer. Lizzie closes his eyes, softly pushing his little head against my hand as I pet him.
Cat.
See that? He likes you.
I smile
Oh,
as
shit,
I stroke the
Sherlock.
lizard's head and down his neck. His skin is rough in patches,
Stroke
but
the
also
lizard's
quite
head.
soft. It's clear by the colors he sports, vibrant blue, green, and yellow, that he's well looked after.
Here you go, Libby. Good boy.
June takes a few pellets from his pocket and sets them on the bench in front of Lizzie, who gobbles them up greedily.
For like 50 years, just now learning that he has a pet lizard.
Yeah. He then gives the lizard a soft
I think
scratch
they
under the chin.
mentioned
Yeah, they've mentioned
very
it before.
briefly the lizard in the beginning,
Yeah,
but you don't actually see or hear about it again until now.
yeah. Before
We've waited 7
You forgot about him
episodes.
until now.
No, I bet it's probably like if we went on his romance route, we probably would have seen Lizzie more. Before Lizzie curls up on the
Yeah, but
bench
who
and
wants
closes
to
his eyes
date this
happily.
guy?
Yeah. So what do you think of Talaran so far?
Excuse
oh wait, no, that's
you.
Sorry.
Excuse you.
My god. Can't help yourself.
So, what do you think of Talaran so far?
Blind steel.
June gestures with a hand to the lake and the large waterfall situated on one side of the enormous building. A monorail travels by in the distance, the sound of it almost completely drowned out by the water rushing down over the gigantic rock. So it's better than I expected. I'm not impressed. I wish I could see
I'm
more
not
of it.
impressed.
Rest.
Is that what we're saying?
Anya, how many saves do you have now?
A lot.
Yes.
23 pages.
Yeah, 23 pages of saves. Remember, I have
22
like
times
2...
6. 134.
He's right.
Jesus Christ,
Well, it's
Anya.
because I have saves for both routes, remember? And I save every time there's a
No.
choice.
Still.
I think you need
Anya.
to save every time we have a choice, Yuden and Numbskull.
So I am not impressed.
That don't impress me much.
I don't find it that great, to be honest. I think I prefer Goldus, whenever I could sneak out into the city.
You like it here, you freak? What?
June looks a little shocked by my admission, and I can tell that he doesn't agree.
Oh, you made him sad.
Yeah.
Really? I think it's beautiful here.
Oh.
I can see why Riona missed it so much. But we all have different tastes. What is it that you like about Goldus?
I think back to my home planet, of those nights sneaking out into the city with Vex, where the world was full of life, color, and sound. The glitz, the glamour, the music was always amazing. Oh, and the food. Nothing compares to the food on Goldus, especially not all this leafy stuff they like to eat here. June smiles a little, but the edges of his mouth seem tinted with sadness.
That sounds like fun. I've never been there before, of course, but my trips were never for leather. I hope I'll get to visit again one day, if we manage to get past all this.
I'd be happy to give you the grand tour. I'll show you all the places I love to go.
I like that.
I looked June over with curiosity, knowing the brightness of his gray eyes, the flush of color on his skin. He looks healthy, well-rested, and a far cry from the sight I saw in Orion. It seems like you're doing well, June.
I am. I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here on Talaran, especially after finding out the plans to take down Zoltan.
I'm glad... Oh, wait, no, it's...
I'm glad that people are willing to fight against him.
I give him a small smile, feeling a similar way.
So much, thank you. This is beautiful.
Kadar asked you to help with the plan for the Aronite soldiers. How do you feel about that?
It's a bit daunting, to be honest. I don't have any desire to dive back into that world, but I know I have to help. I regret it forever if I didn't.
You're doing a good thing.
Thanks, Sophie.
June takes in a breath as he looks out over the lake, a glimmer of worry dancing in his eyes. I think I have a subtle idea of what might be the cause of it. June, are you worried that your parents might still be out there? His face falls as he turns to me. I'm not sure he was expecting me to ask, but I'd like to know
No, it's so off again.
the matter.
My father is dead. He died in a skip facility.
I can't believe he's dying.
No!
But there was plenty of evidence that my mother is still out there, continuing to work.
He makes a frustrated sound, taking one of the leaves from the vines covering the gazebo and twisting it between his fingers.
I don't doubt she aligned with Zolvac the second she got the chance.
Azure said, I'm worried Zach is still out there, milkless.
She will have done anything in order to continue her research.
I'm sorry to hear that. He blows out a breath, dropping his hands to his sides.
Blows out of bread.
To be honest, I'm trying not to think about it too much. They were never my family, not in the way Jules was, but the crew is. I have to remind myself that it's not my fault. The creation of the Orionite soldiers. I wasn't the one who created them. But I could be the one who put an end to them once and for all.
My mouth twitches into a small smile, but my sadness for him remains. I know all too well how it feels to be ashamed of your family and the need to break away from that. As if he senses my very thoughts, June sighs softly, fiddling with the bracelets around his wrists.
What about you? You and the sister don't seem to see eye in line on the of the system.
You're right.
I guess he's more, what's the word? Perceptive than Calderon.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that will affect things between us going forward, but I know I have to stick to what I believe. June makes a small sound, and somehow I get the impression that he approves.
I'm glad to hear that, and I agree with you. It's time for things to change.
I smile at him, glad to hear that we're on the same page. It makes it easier to know my friends are on my side.
You two are lucky that you found each other again. Really lucky. I'm so happy for you, Sushi.
He smiles at me warmly, though I can't stop the pang of guilt, knowing that he wasn't lucky enough to make it this far with his own sibling. I'm happy too, though I'm worried about what's to come. I blow out a breath. It's easy now, sitting in this gazebo, in front of such a beautiful, peaceful view, to forget everything else that's going on in the system. I'm starting to see how the Talari were able to do it for so long. We have so much lying ahead of us, it's hard to think of much else. June nods softly, his sandy blonde hair falling around his face as he does so.
I understand that, but I think the most important thing is that we're all together. We'll find a way to get through it.
Lizzie suddenly stirs on the bench in front of us, giving a little wheeze as he scurries over to June happily. June picks up the lizard, letting him settle on his shoulders.
Someone get that thing to a vet.
Enjoying his usual perch. I'm going to head off. I'll leave you two to enjoy the view. See you later?
See you later, Sushi.
Leaving June and Lizzie to enjoy the peace of the gazebo, I step out into the sunshine, deciding what to do next.
I'll go back to thinking about my dead dad.
I make the decision to head back to my room. It's been a long day, and the thought of curling up in that enormous bed right now sounds like heaven. Taking the elevator, I travel up the spire, leaning back against the wall and feeling the coolness of the glass against the back of my neck. My thoughts drift back to the meeting and to the plans that have been set in motion. It seems like everyone has their part to play. I'll need to speak to Narissa privately and find out what I can do to help. There has to be something. The elevator slows, and when the doors open to deliver me to my floor of the spire, I head towards my room. Pouring myself a glass of chilled water from the pitcher beside the bed, I sip on the drink as I gaze out the window, admiring the view. It's so peaceful here, so easy to forget everything else that's going on. Part of me is tempted to stay here forever, safe under the protection of the Talari. An alert sounds, letting me know there's someone at the door. Abandoning my glass, I head over to see who could be visiting me. Vex, what are you doing here? I thought you were at the hospital. Vex makes a small, discontented sound as I give him space to step into the room. I give him a quick once-over, though nothing seems to be amiss.
Oh, I needed to get out of there for a bit. All of the white walls and the beeping machines were doing my fucking head in.
He paces through the room.
How did he find your room?
Yeah, glancing around the space as his boots echo over the polished floors.
Why didn't he just go outside? Why did he come to the room?
I don't know.
I thought I'd see how you're doing, and maybe more.
I shake my head at him and smile. I know what he really means. I'm doing fine. You don't need to worry about me, you know.
Oh, yes, oh no. Looks like you've got a pretty cushy spot here in any case.
I drag my eyes across the room, from the breathtaking views to the water garden
put those
to
back
the bed.
in.
I can easily sleep 7. Suddenly I feel a little guilty at having this enormous space to myself while he's been stuck in a hospital room. Yeah.
Does anyone ever easily sleep 7? No, fit. Fit is the word you're looking for.
Taking in a breath, I tell myself that it's for his own good, that he needs the help of the Talari to set his mind straight. How are you feeling? Any luck at the hospital?
I'm doing better. Rihanna was right. The Talari seem to know more about what was done to me than any of us. I'm starting to remember more. Memories that were hazy are coming back. Oh, that poor submarine. It was a tragedy. The doctors have more to do, but it's working. It's really working.
I like the idea of Zovac deliberately, like, erasing that memory for some reason. Like, that's, like, a significant memory for Vex.
No, it's like, it was significant for everyone.
I
I gotta wipe that from his memory. I don't want to be cruel.
A glimmer of hope ignites within me. Riona had promised that the Talari could help Vex, and it seems like she was right. What is it that they're doing?
I don't know. They got machines. They're not meant for a condition like mine, but they're getting the job done, I suppose. They alter brainwaves. They stimulate. Stimulate memories. There's certain memories are helping to repair my brain, almost like an antidote to its poison.
What kind of memories?
One's from when I was a kid. I was close with my ma and my dad. We loved food and we loved to play games.
You guys loved food? How original.
Right? Oh, I so loved having that nourishment that needed required for life. It was great. Water too. You can't go wrong with a bit of water. Into sport, me and the kids in the neighborhood used to kick around the ball out on the street until way after dark.
He steps a little closer, a soft smile tilting his lips as his eyes meet mine.
But my strongest memories are of you.
My mouth parts in surprise, though Vex's face falls suddenly.
Oh no.
Not again.
Ah shit, they told me that had happened. At first, when the machines were pulling them to the surface, I don't think they were real. I was too happy in them, happier than I can ever remember being. The places in them were so familiar. Gardens, fountains, the city lights. But the feelings, they didn't feel like mine.
They were real. I felt the same way. I had never had a real friend until you. And when we became more than that, it was like my whole world shifted. All of a sudden, I was excited about life and what might happen in the future. Vex reaches out a hand, taking mine in his and holding it softly.
We had something special, alright, but it was ripped away. Is this really the end for us? The end of Vex and Sushi? Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't take it. No.
I pull my bottom lip between my teeth as I shake my head and let my hand drop from his, shaking out the past and the memories of us. Vex, we can't go back to how things were, not now. I've met someone else, and I'm happy.
Oh, Damon, I know we've been talking. Would you be up for an agreement between... I would warn you against him, but he seems to be genuine about all this. What the heck are you doing over there, mister?
It's Kylo Ren.
Christ, it's Kylo Ren.
He sighs.
You gotta look at Kylo Ren.
Stop licking me!
He sighs as he rubs a hand over the back of his neck, forcing himself to meet my gaze.
It's Kylo Ren.
No.
Be with him, then...
Hold on, I have to see Kylo Ren.
You want to follow? I said the line.
Oh, you did?
Say it again.
I said the line, Bart. Buke.
Okay.
He said it.
I appreciate that. Vex goes quiet, his head turning towards the window as he takes in a deep, slow breath.
Oh, no, the dark I'd apologize 1,000 times and it'd never make a difference, so I won't. But I want to tell you again how sorry I am for the night of the coup, for deceiving you.
I swallow down the hurt that rises in me. Narissa and I escaped with our lives, but the rest of our family weren't so lucky.
Well, the good memories have been flooding back to me. So have the bad. Can you imagine if this is like Vox Machina and then you're Percy?
Yeah.
Kinda, almost. Not really. Shut up. What? I see them every time I close my eyes. Out on protecting his children.
Yeah, that's gonna make someone forgive you just describing how they died in detail.
Blood. It was fucking disgusting. The entrails were everywhere. They smelled of shit and blood and piss and the fucking Jesus. I threw up on them. It was right in their mouth. It was awful.
A wave of nausea rises in my throat. If I had been there that night, I've no doubt I would have ended the same way as my siblings. Vex holds his hands to his face, his voice shaking as it slips between his fingers.
Oh, I couldn't control any of it. Oh, I couldn't control myself. I was like a baby fighting against his master.
Oh my god. Tears fall, slipping down his cheeks and leaving a glistening trail. Vex sniffles as he looks at me.
Ow.
Snorts a line of coke.
Yeah, to help with dealing with
That's
this.
better. Oh, I don't know what I can do to make things right.
Oh, the memory
Iris-
of fun.
Carissa's alive and you're getting the help you need. That's what matters. The coop wasn't your fault, Vex. It was Zovac.
So, the knowledge of the palace, the hidden corridors, Zovac took that from my mind.
By
He
force.
fucking stole my head. You're not making this easy for me, Prince.
I forgive you. I've already forgiven you. There's little use in dwelling on the mistakes we've made in the past. Vex, you have to forgive yourself. He manages to compose himself, though I don't miss the way his hands shake at his sides.
I'll try.
Placing a hand on his arm, I attempt an encouraging smile. It will take time, and although we'll never fully heal from the past, the least we can do is help each other get through. There's something I've been wanting to ask you, but I didn't dare. Not until you became more stable.
Oh, you can ask me anything. I'm like a Reddit thread.
I hesitate a little, but I manage to pull out every ounce of determination I possess. I need to know. When was it real for you? When did it become more than a mission? Back at the palace, you and me. Vex looks away suddenly, his mind drifting back to the past. He's quiet for a long while, and I think he's not going to say anything at all, until finally he speaks.
Do you remember the first time we went to the zoo in Silta V? You were looking at those weird monkeys and you were laughing so hard that people started to stare. Like the weirdo you bloody are. You said you'd never seen anything like them before. I caught myself thinking that I would spend every day showing you something new, something you'd never seen before, just to see that look on your face.
Can someone get this man a new shirt?
Yeah. He catches himself before he says
like
too
that
much,
on purpose, dude.
but he's already said more than enough.
That's when I
I'm tired of seeing his titties.
You can't even see nips. What are you on about? I knew that I was in love with you and that you were all that I wanted. And fuck Zovac and his plans. Nerissa was going to help me find my parents. I should have stuck with the both of you.
I don't know what to say. My tongue sits uselessly in my mouth while my heart pounds in my chest, neither one of them doing me any good.
Start using that tongue.
Taking in a lungful of air, I find myself finally able to breathe. I'm sorry that things can't be the same as they were, but that doesn't change how much I cared for you. I want the best for you, Vex. I really do. You nod softly, and I know he understands.
Oh, I'd give the world to you if I could. Anything you asked for. I'll always be here for you, Sushi.
I swallow around the lump in my throat, memories of the past dancing behind my eyes. We have to stop him, Zovac, if either of us are going to move on with our lives.
We will.
The way he says it sounds less like an agreement and more of a promise. It's comforting to know that we're on the same page, despite everything that's happened to us. What about Nerissa? Have you spoken to her?
Not yet. I'm worried what might happen if I'm near her, given that I was programmed to kill her and all. I need some time to get myself together, then I'll speak to her.
I think that would be good for both of you. He grins, and a little of the old humor creeps back onto his face.
He doesn't stab me in the gut, you mean?
I don't think she will. Kay, on the other hand...
Yes, the tin can. Would you think less of me if I told you I've been avoiding him like the plague?
Not at all. I'd say that's very wise of you for the time being. We laugh together, and for a moment it feels like old times. I've hardly been able to admit it to myself, but I've missed it.
Well, I'd better head back to the hospital before they send out a search party.
You didn't tell them you were leaving?
Yeah, they'd never let me go, and I wanted to see you.
I shake my
Is that
head
a
at
crime?
him, but I can't stop the smile that slips onto my lips. It seems that some things never change. Vex and I say our goodbyes, and once he has safely headed back to the hospital, I decide to settle in for the evening. Dropping down onto the gigantic bed, I grab my hollow pad, noticing a few notifications I missed while I was out. I pull a blanket over myself for warmth and project the screen. Realizing that they're from our group chat, I scroll back through the messages I've missed until I reach the current conversation.
You guys really have a group chat?
Yeah.
Bash, stop clogging the channel with memes. This chat is for communication.
Memes are a form of communication.
Me.
I'll communicate my foot up your ass if you don't cut it out.
An exquisite meme. Ah, kinky.
That's it. I'm muting you all.
Yachty.
Is he gone?
Bash sent a picture. Bash sent a
Oh
picture.
no, it's a nude. It's a nude.
Bash sent a
Run.
picture.
Yay, new memes.
I'm still here.
Is he sending? Is he
That
sending?
sounds like a you problem.
What's the
Enough with the beats!
What's who's the latest frog again? I forgot his name. Help.
What?
What are you talking about?
The latest frog. Samars knows.
Oh, Todd.
You're not the
Yeah,
boss of me.
Todd.
Oh yeah, Todd. You're not the boss of me.
You're not
Oh, wait.
off the day now.
June sent a picture.
I give up.
Lizzie.
Demon.
Are you cold?
With a small chuckle, I put my hollow pad aside, my eyes growing heavy despite the sun having barely dipped below the horizon. Like, you looked at the whole chat and then didn't say anything? What? What?
Not even a good night for the homies.
Yeah, Sushi's just like, nah, I'm ignoring all of you.
Yeah, you gotta contribute your own memes.
The sound of running water soothes me. The scent of water lily perfumes the air. I let myself go, the serenity of Talaran enveloping me as I fall into a deep and restful sleep. We have, like, about 2 more scenes, and then we'll be done with the episode.
Oh, thank God.
The next morning, I'm up early, getting dressed and ready for the day while the sun rises, and feeling refreshed after an early night. A little while later, I find myself walking through the spire, looking for Bash. He wasn't in his room, which has made the worry that's sitting in the pit of my stomach start to grow. At the meeting, he seemed fine, but I know how good he is at putting on a show. It's what lies beneath his cool and charming exterior that has me worried. During my search, I spot 2 figures near the lake, talking solemnly. As I approach, I manage to pick up on bits of their conversation more clearly. Now, do you understand? Wait, what?
Oh, wait, that's not me.
You little shit.
Now, do you understand everything you'd be giving up?
Yeah, I get it, but I'm still not sure. I don't see any other choice.
There is always a choice, and it's yours. No one can take that from you. But remember that you're also the one who will have to live with the decision you make. Bash nods solemnly, looking toward
what is
whatever
Bash
it is
agonizing over
spoken
again?
about.
He wants
He's
to turn
thinking.
himself into a robot because he's a miserable sack of turds.
Yeah. Yeah, like basically he's worried about not being strong enough to protect everybody, so he thinks that maybe the only way to do so is to fully augment himself. And so Kyle is like, nah, you don't want to do
Bro,
that.
you have a gun.
Yeah. If my conversation with Kay yesterday is any indication, I'm sure I know the topic. If you want to talk more, you know where to find me.
Thanks, Kay. I guess I have a lot to think about.
Kay puts a hand on Bash's shoulder, leaning in and speaking something to him that I can't quite hear. I wait for them to say goodbye, watching Kyle leave before I approach Bash alone and give him a bright smile. Hey, what was that all about? Bash raises his head at the sound of my voice, but he hardly looks happy to see me.
I would tell you, but I think you already know. Isn't that why Kay tracked me down? Because you asked him to?
I take in a breath, hesitating before I answer. Okay, you got me there. I spoke to Kay about you and how you were planning to mod yourself here on Talaran. I was worried and I thought he might be able to help. Are you mad?
No, I understand. And I know you were worried.
What did Kay say to you? I mean, if you don't mind me asking. Bash hesitates, seeming to think things through before he speaks again.
He gave me some insight on what life would be like if I go through with the mods. He made some good points. I've been thinking about the strength the mods would give me, but not about what they might take from me.
Flexing his bionic arm in front of him, a sad smile tugs on the corners of his mouth. Do you know what you're going to do?
No, I put my plans on hold for now. I know there are other things that need my attention.
His gaze drops to the ground suddenly, a look of guilt coming over him.
Sushi? I'm sorry that I didn't listen to you the last time we talked about this. That I didn't take your concerns on board. I was upset. I couldn't see any other option.
I nod, accepting his apology. I can see his point of view, even though it's one that slightly terrifies me. It's okay, Bash. I'm not going to write you off that easily. Friends are supposed to support each other, even when they disagree. How are you feeling about everything now?
Now, I haven't ruled the mods out completely, but I think I should take some more time to think it through before jumping into anything.
It's your decision. You shouldn't do it. Be careful.
There's no option that you should do it?
Well, I think that's be careful is kind of more like you should do it.
I want to say be careful.
Okie doke.
Yeah, that's fine.
Careful. Let's see Robo Bash.
Please just be careful, whatever you decide to do. I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
I'll be okay, I promise. Whatever decision I make, I know it'll be the right one.
In that case, I trust you, but do what is right for you, not everyone else. He gives a sharp nod, and I can tell that he's taking this seriously, and really, that's the best I can hope for. So you and Kay are getting along well? I attempt to change the topic to something lighter, now that I know where he stands with the mods. I have to leave the rest in his hands.
I thought his name was Kyle at first. He wasn't too happy when I called him that. He's a pretty cool dude. I like him. He actually offered to train with me while we're here. It'd be nice to train with someone who can withstand my bionics. The only one on the crew who comes close is June.
That sounds like a good idea. I should probably do some training of my own. Bash gives me an enthusiastic nod.
Like a superhuman or something, right?
Yeah. It's true that I've been slacking on my training the past few days, but after everything that's happened, I've needed time to get myself together. Yeah, that's why he was saying, like, my parents made me. Like, he wasn't referring to them, like, regularly, like, giving birth.
Yeah, but he worded it like a
yeah. Yeah, he worded it very strangely.
You should ask Narissa to help you while we're here. I've seen her and Kay training together, and she looks pretty handy with a knife.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I know how busy she is, but if you've seen her training, then she might have some time to spare. I think back to Orion and how I had handled myself in my first real fight. I managed to pull through okay, but I have a lot to learn. With the journey to Goldust looming on the horizon, I should take advantage of what little time I have left. I can hardly measure up to Narissa, but some more practice can't hurt. We'll be heading to Goldust before we know it. And maybe she'll finally start to see that I'm not a kid anymore, is what I don't say out loud. Hi, Owen. Welcome to the stream. I love you so much. I make a mental note to organize myself for training, knowing I'll have to track down the ship and find my gear. Keeping the thought for later, I turn back to Bash with a smile. So, have you and Oppo managed to get much recruiting done together?
We've gotten in contact with a lot of people from Terranium. Most of them are coming here. They should start arriving over the next few days. There's quite a few of them, actually. But the more the merrier, right?
I think of the rebel camp on the ground floor, the entire thing littered with tents, sleeping quarters, equipment. Is there enough space for everyone?
Make it work. Eldridge says the neighboring spires can house the people that can't fit here. The more people we can get here, the better. It'll draw Zovak's attention even further, which will leave room for smaller teams to sneak in the metaphorical back door and take him by surprise.
Back door, you say?
Bash speaks about it all so casually, and I can tell that he's used to a life like this, making plans, fighting his battles, all the things I've never had to do. Wow, this is all really happening. I'm scared, I'm excited, I'm skeptical.
I'm excited.
Are we saying that? I'm excited that things are finally moving. I can't wait to take Zovak down.
I can't wait to take a life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't underestimate the Chimeri. They've done a number on our crew. But it's about time we did something about it, don't you think?
Bash and I share a look, knowing that for too long Zovak and his Chimeri have been getting away with doing terrible things to the people of Salota. Someone has to put a stop to it, and if that's us, then we're willing to step up to the mark. With a deep breath, Bash manages to shake off the weight on his shoulders, and instead offers me a warm smile.
So listen, I want to tell you that I was pretty impressed by how you spoke at the meeting yesterday. The way you stood up to Narissa, I wouldn't have had the guts to do that, but I'm glad you told her how you felt. I can't say that I'm on Elisa and Zane's side. The Chimeri started as a Person clan after all, and look where they are now. But those are the kinds of decisions that I'll have to leave to others. If you have anything to do with them, then I'll trust whatever decision you make.
I think back to the moment, wishing that I didn't have to step on anyone's toes, but knowing it was necessary. Thanks, Bash. That means a lot to hear you say. He smiles at me, warm and wide, and I realize that I needed this conversation with him. After hearing what he's had to say, I feel as though I can stop worrying so much. At least for the time being.
I should go and meet up with Oppo. We've got more work to do, especially with so many people making their way here.
Is there anything I can help with?
Not stay out of our way. Thanks for offering, though.
Get out of here.
Bash heads off, though I feel a little dejected by the refusal. I would have liked to help in some way. With nothing left to do with my day, I decide I'll take some time to explore the spire and hopefully track down Narissa while I'm at it. She's going to let me help with this rebellion, whether she likes it or not. And if she doesn't, then I suppose I'll have to find my own way to help.
You have to fight it.
Later that evening, I find myself relaxing in my room. I had spent the day out in the spire and found a mall filled with all kinds of shops on one of the lower floors. The new outfit I'm wearing is from one of the stores. It's a little more flowy than what I'd usually choose to wear, being in the Talari style, but it's comfortable and the silky fabric feels amazing against my skin. An alert goes off on my holopad. When I check the notification, I see that it's a message from Narissa. Sushi, I need your help with something important. Will you meet me tomorrow morning at the gazebo? I haven't seen her all day, but not for lack of trying. I've been hoping to corner her and ask for something to do. Tomorrow it seems like I'll finally have my chance. I'll be there. Sending her my reply, I flop back against my bed and stare up at the ceiling, blowing out a long breath. Knowing that Narissa needs my help with something eases the restlessness that's been gnawing at me, if only a little. I'm looking forward to this meeting with her. The alert for the door goes through the room, and at once I bolt upright and run my hands over my clothes, smoothing down the fabric. Damon has messaged me earlier asking if he could come to my room to hang out tonight, and I'd happily said yes. If I'm being honest with myself, I've been looking forward to spending some more time with him since we got here. So we can say we're just hanging out, nothing more, or I'm happy to have some company.
Yeah, where's the bang button?
The bang button. Every game needs a bang button, right?
Heck yeah.
Right.
Most. Let's say most and be safe.
Yeah. It's weird because I feel like in my route I had 3 options here.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Did we mess up?
probably because you were
You had a
like,
bang
better
button?
at romancing
think-
your own boyfriend.
No, I think why is because we were making out multiple times, and remember we deliberately avoided the make-out option so far, so maybe that's why.
Oh, you are just friends.
You ruined the romance. Friend zone.
Because there was an option in my route that said, actually, let me see if I can pull up.
Do we have to, though? Do we have to see your gross pervert route?
No, I just want to show, like, the options I had when I went through this. Yeah, I had a 3rd option. I hope that something will happen between us. So I had the fuck option. I didn't actually pick that option, though, so...
I don't believe you.
I really didn't. I really didn't.
It's the biggest lie I've ever heard.
Okay, so what are we doing?
The one you didn't choose.
The one we didn't choose. The one I
You didn't
did.
choose in your solo
You didn't
playthrough, yeah.
choose.
Okay,
Oh.
I said I picked I'm happy to have some company is the one I picked. So we're going
I
with
guess
this
we're
one.
really pissed off that Damon's gonna be here.
We're just hanging out, nothing more. I don't want to take things too quickly, not when we're in the middle of all this uncertainty. I hope we can
just
spend
want
some more
water.
time learning about each other before we decide to do anything physical. We're lucky to have this time right now to be able to do that. Shaking away the thoughts surrounding my meeting with Narissa tomorrow, I head for the door. Damon stands in the doorway, leaning against the frame of the
God,
door
I
in
hate
that
his
way that
stupid
has my
face
mind
so
going
much.
hazy.
Hey, Prince.
Hey!
Oh,
I smile at him dreamily, my gaze traveling along the collar of his t-shirt where the V-neck slips down to his chest.
What's that about chest
That!
hanging
That was Luna.
out? Dog dying.
my goodness. You gonna invite me in, or do you want me to stand out here all night in the
Oh,
cold?
sorry. Come
In
in.
just my shirt. With my
Flustered.
nipples getting all pointy.
Oh, no! I make space for Damon to enter the room. Though as he passes me, he pulls me by the waist, dragging me against him.
Oh my. Oh, is that a new outfit? You look delectable.
Shut
It is.
up.
I'm surprised you noticed.
I always notice.
My face warms at the way he looks at me, and I know he notices that too.
He was looking away. What is this?
Damon lifts my hand, inspecting the ring on my finger. It's a signet ring, the Pegasi family crest. Narissa gave it to me yesterday. He drops my hand and shakes his head in amusement.
Oh dear, that's not a finger ring, I'll tell you that much.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, she's really trying to turn you into a little minion, isn't she?
Be nice, Damon. She's my sister.
Alright.
Damon lets go of me before he turns and paces through the room, stretching his arms out above his head. I watch him as he walks, trying not to get lost in the set of his shoulders, the sliver of skin I get a glimpse of when he stretches.
Stop being horny.
Looks like you've got the good room. Your view's even better than mine.
I frown, a little unsettled by that implication. I would have been happy to have a room like everyone else. Something tells me that Narissa may have pulled a few strings to get me an upgrade. I don't know, my view from here is pretty good. Damon turns to see me watching him, my lips tilted playfully.
Jesus Christ.
Cheeky.
With a grin, he
Didn't you
picks
just
up a
friend zone
cushion.
this guy?
Stream this on
Didn't we actually just friend zone this man?
No, we didn't. We're still on his route. Picks up the cushion from the lounge area, flipping it between his hands as though rating its softness. Then he drops down onto the circular seat, leaning back against the cushions before he looks over at me.
When I was a kid, I would have given anything to stay in a place like this. Imagine me, 6 years old and living in the Carson slums, seeing the housing district too, and wondering who the hell could afford to live in a place like that.
He shakes his head and lets out a short laugh. And there's no warmth to it.
I didn't know at the time, being a dumb kid and all, but no one lived there at all. You were all filled up with businesses, pleasure houses, gambling dens, that kind of depraved, fucking beautiful shite. But I guess you can't stop a kid from dreaming, can you?
I join him on the seat, pulling a cushion onto my lap as I turn to him. Maybe he was right to dream, because look at you now. Damon reaches over and takes my hand in his, resting them both against his leg. He looks at me, his mouth twitching into a small smile before it disappears completely.
It must sound pretty stupid to someone who grew up in a palace.
I squeeze his hand and shake my head, my eyes meeting his and holding his gaze. Not at all. I think I understand better than you know. When I was a kid, I never imagined I'd end up here with someone like you.
Yeah, someone like you from a terrorist planet.
Yeah.
Someone like me, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Someone I care about, someone I trail off before I
really
say too
good
much.
friends with.
Emotion swelling inside me. Being with Damon right here, right now, my heart feels so full I can hardly find the words to tell him how much he means to me. Cool fingers take hold of my chin, and Damon turns my face towards
Oh, thank
him.
God it was the chin.
What did you think?
Yeah, wait, what did you think?
Get
your
your
been
hands
anything.
Carry
on
on.
my
You're on.
penis.
I care about you too. I'll never thought I care about someone other than me, of course. I was scared at first. I didn't think I deserved someone like you. But now I think, hey, wait, what? Why shouldn't I be happy? Fuck 'em. That was all that little kid in the gutter Uncle wanted. To be happy, warm, well fed. To find someone who gave a shite about him. Maybe a cookie or two would have been nice.
I laugh with him. The two of us curled up together in a place much plusher than that younger version of Damon could have ever dreamed of. Though his words are tinged with a certain sadness, I'm happy to know that he made it here with me, and I suspect that he is as well. You have it all now.
Shite, I guess I do. Except for the cookies. Get in the fucking kitchen, mate.
I laugh as he pulls me into his arms and I rest against him. Some things never change.
You know what? He's on his misogyny arc.
I'm sure we can find some around here somewhere.
Careful. I'm going to hold you to that.
He tickles me out the side and I squirm, attempting to untangle myself from his arms, though he holds me tight. With a breathy chuckle...
Bro, I don't know about y'all, but if someone started tickling me, I'd straight up deck them in the face.
Yeah, I also am not a big fan of tickling. I also kind of hate that as well. With a breathy chuckle, he pulls me back against his chest, taking my hand and slipping his fingers through mine. The rumble of his voice goes through me when he speaks next.
And you, when you were younger, what did you hope for?
I turn slightly
kind
to
of
face
staircase
him, my lips shifting into a warm smile.
Like
You-
all the stairs bunched up at the top.
It does get steep.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of weird just to have like that little nook there too. Like, what's the point?
Is that, like, a window? Is there glass there? Or is that back wall just open?
It's a window. It's a window.
It's a big piece of glass.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You,
there are
just
trees.
you. Damon wraps his arms around me and I fall into them, closing my eyes and feeling the beat of his heart in his chest, knowing that it beats only for me. He kisses the top of my head, his breath warm against my hair. I let out a long breath and feel my body relax into him. After a few long moments, we pull away from each other
What was
slowly.
that?
Our eyes locked, my face hurting from smiling so
Was
much.
this not beaten? You've got me, Sushi. All the dark, twisted parts of my heart. They belong to you. I hope they're enough.
I raise a hand to his face and he closes his eyes, relaxing into my touch. Damon, I couldn't ask for anything more. And we're done!
Oh, thank Christ.
We made
Hooray.
it!
That was getting kind of uncomfortable at the end there.
Don't worry, that's like part of the reason I also always check, because I'm like, if there's gonna be like some weird scene, I want to know so I can skip it. I don't, there are certain things I don't want to do for Vienna night. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize for not wanting to be a part of that. I don't think any of us want to be a part of it either.
But yeah, we did it. Another episode in the bin. 3 more episodes left, I think, because there's only going to be 10 episodes in total. So, and that was episode 7.
Oh.
So 3 more episodes.
Oh fuck, that's like 2 more years of this.
So 2 more episodes before they bang.
Yeah.
Because it'll be the second to last episode.
Nah,
2 more
it's
episodes
it's
before they become the
17
best of friends.
It's 17 plus, so there's not gonna be a scene like that. So
Yeah, well, that's where the plus comes in.
He just interspliced with a scene from Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, 5% love between Azure and Doodle. No. So since it's a little early, do we want to do like some Scribblio or something before calling it a day?
Do some scribble.
Yeah.
He's always a fan to scribble in the book.
Yeah.
Scribbly, scribbly, scrubbly, scrambly. Scrumple. Scrumple my dumple.
I got like 84% or something with you earlier.
Yeah.
Dan, you didn't even acknowledge it.
No, I did. I said something earlier.
Kind of messed up.
I don't
Oh my
believe that
God.
for a damn second.
I'm gonna eat all of you into the stratosphere.
The only time you can tolerate is when we're in this stream with you.
What do you mean? That is not true at all.
Prove it.
What do you mean?
Prove it.
I hang out with you guys outside the stream all the time. What are you talking about?
Here's a link in VN Nights.
Does that sound right to anyone else? I don't think so.
That sounds incorrect.
Let me... Oh, thank you, M.